Here we go. How's it going, guys? And welcome to my Manchester City versus Crystal Palace Premier League watch-along. A midweek Premier League game, quite unusual, but this was the game that was supposed to be played about 2 months ago, but got rescheduled because City were playing in the Carabao Cup final, which they won against Arsenal. But yeah, big night for City tonight. I think it's fair to say any more slip-ups and the title race is over. So it's a big night for Pep Guardiola's side. We've got about 11 minutes till kick-off, so I will quickly go through the team news. For City, they've made quite a few changes, and quite a few surprising changes, I must say. They've got Donnarumma in goal, Aït-Nouri starts at left-back, Kusanov at right-back, Gvardiol's back for the first time since January, partnered along with ex-Crystal Palace man Marc Guéhi. Midfield two of Bernardo Silva, the captain, and Matheus Nunes starts in the midfield with him, with Phil Foden starting. I know that hasn't happened in a while. Yeah, Foden starting in the 10. Savinho starting as well. That is also something that hasn't happened in a while. Semenyo starts again, but this time on the left wing, and then Marmoush starts up front after he scored last game against Brentford. For Palace, Dean Henderson in goal, the captain. Back three of Chris Richards, Maxence Lacroix, and JD Canvot. Tyreek Mitchell and Daniel Munoz, the wing-backs. Jefferson Lerma and Will Hughes midfield. No Adam Wharton in the starting lineup. And then you got Yeremy Pino and Brennan Johnson behind striker Jean-Philippe Mateta. Yeah, for City, Haaland, Cherki and Doku are all on the bench, which is pretty interesting, to be fair. I mean, I know obviously they've got the FA Cup final in 3 days' time, but that is very surprising. For Palace also, Adam Wharton's on the bench. Ismail Assar with 20 goals this season, he's on the bench. Strand Larsen on the bench as well. So is Kamada. So both these teams making quite a few changes. Should be an interesting game tonight. I mean, City, the league is still on. I mean, I would expect Arsenal to win it from this point. But yeah, that is surprising, the amount of changes they've made. But we'll have to wait and see how it goes. We've got about 9 minutes till kick-off. Let me know your predictions in the chat, guys. I'm going to go 2-0 City. I know they've made a lot of changes, but I do expect them to get the job done. And to be fair, if they're struggling at any point in the game, they can always bring on the likes of Doku, Cherki and Haaland. Yeah, I'll go 2-0 City. I keep forgetting to predict goal scorers. I'll predict goal scorers because why not? I'll go with Marmoush and Semenyo. Yeah, we'll go with that. I think Palace can definitely get something, but I just think, I mean, this game means nothing to Palace. They're just, these last few Premier League games of the season are just preparing for the Conference League final in 2 weeks' time. Obviously, City have still got 3 Premier League games, including tonight, and of course the FA Cup final on Saturday against Chelsea at Wembley. Yeah, I mean, for a second, it looked like City could have been playing a back five because they have Gvardiol, Guéhi, and Kusanov all in the lineup, and obviously Matheus Nunes as well, who's been playing as a right back all season. So it looked like it could have been a flat, well, maybe not a flat back five, but like 3-4-2-1, same formation as Palace. But no, yeah, Pep Guardiola never plays a back three, and why would he? Who would play back three in the Premier League nowadays? Oh, that's right. Amram did for 14 months. How did that go? But yeah, big game tonight. This is my final watch along until. Wait, how do I explain what I've just said? I've been doing watch-alongs every day since the 2nd of May, and tomorrow is the first day since the 1st of the month where I won't be doing a watch-along. Unless any of you fancy me watching Bradford against Bolton, but I very much doubt that. But no, yeah, no watch-along tomorrow, and then I'll be back Friday for Aston Villa against Liverpool. Yeah, hopefully we get some goals tonight. Obviously, last night was my longest stream, or my longest watch-along, over 3 hours. Southampton against Middlesbrough in the Championship playoff semi-final second leg. Went to extra time, Southampton won 2-1, and I predicted it. I predicted the exact outcome. I said 2-1 Southampton, and I said after extra time as well. I might mention that quite a few times in this stream, to be honest with you. Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot. In 4 days' time, it will be exactly a year since Crystal Palace beat Man City in the FA Cup final at Wembley. Eberechi Eze scoring the winner that day, and obviously he's an Arsenal player now, and they're trying to win the league. Oh, hello mate, good to see you. On Sky, they're just showing when Palace beat City at the Emirates a couple of years ago. Anyone remember that Andros Townsend goal? Sensational. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a difficult. It's going to be a difficult game for Palace. I know City have made changes, but City are unbeaten in 16 Premier League home games, and they've won 13 of them. They've only lost 1 game at home all season, and that was to Thomas Frank's Tottenham Hotspur, which feels like an age ago. That was in August. Who is Ricky Cook 579? That's my dad, mate. That's my dad. Oh. Oh yeah, there's a playoff game tonight as well. Oh yeah, Stockport against Stevenage in League One. Yeah, Stockport winning 1-0 from the first leg. Stockport's in Manchester as well, so it's not too far from the Etihad. There's a lot of big games tonight as well. Yeah, PSG are playing Lens in a top-of-the-table clash in Ligue 1. It's the Coppa Italia final tonight as well between Lazio and Inter Milan. Oh, hi, Dad Frank, for God's sake. Some big games in the Scottish Premiership as well. But our main focus tonight is the game of the Etihad, Man City Crystal Palace. Oh my god, the Scottish Premiership title race is so tight. Hearts are top on 77 points, Celtic are second on 76. Yeah, tonight Hearts have got Falkirk and Celtic have got Motherwell. She's fine, thanks. Well, it's not even that funny. Why are they showing me this on the screen? It's 14 years ago to the day where Aguero scored that goal in stoppage time to win City the league. Get that off my screen right now. I don't care if it was 14 years ago to the day. Get it off my screen, please. Stop showing me it. I don't like it. The fact they scored 2 goals in stoppage time to win the title, to stop United winning it, and on goal difference as well. It wasn't even like points; it was literally goal difference. Like, bloody hell! And we've only won 1 league title since then as well, which was 2013. The teams are now walking out of the Etihad, or onto the Etihad pitch, I should say. I see quite a lot of empty seats. I mean, nothing new with City. Sorry, but no, it's just a funny narrative. Yeah, I mean, I would expect a City win tonight, but I mean, I could see Palace getting something. I mean, Palace's last two of Palace's last 3 Premier League games are against the top 2, Man City tonight, and then they've got Arsenal on the final day of the season, which is 3 days before their Conference League final as well, against Rayo Vallecano. So, yeah, I mean, for Palace, let's be honest, this game means nothing to them. There's not a lot of away fans I've just seen as well. There's a decent amount, but normally Premier League away ends are sold out. But yeah, but to be fair, it's a Wednesday night Premier League. It's a Wednesday night rescheduled Premier League game. So, and as I keep saying, for Palace, this game means nothing. I mean, they're safe. They're not going down, but they're not going to get Europe either. Actually, could they get Europe? They can still mathematically get Europe. Yeah, I think 8th place is Conference League, isn't it? They're 7 points off with 9 points to play for. But if they Palace win tonight, they go up to 13th. And Newcastle will go down to 14th, which is just mental. Yeah, City are 5 points behind Arsenal. Obviously, this is their game in hand tonight. Yeah, for City, they just cannot slip up anymore. I mean, they could win their last 3 games and it probably won't be enough. I honestly think that game against Everton, about 9 days ago, I think it was. Yeah, that game against Everton, I think that's the title decider. But who knows? Palace could do City a favour, but they could also beat them tonight. So we'll see how it goes. About 2 minutes till kick-off. I'm going for 2-0 City. Marmouche and Semenyo with the goals. Yeah, this game always has a lot of fixtures. There's a lot of fixtures. Well, they have a fixture every season, but what I was trying to say is this game always has a lot of goals in it, like this particular game of the Etihad. Yeah, these teams have averaged 4.6 goals per game in their last 8 Premier League meetings at the Etihad. And obviously last season, the game between these two at the Etihad was 5-2 Man City. Palace were 2-0 up, and then City somehow managed to score 5. Yeah. I think it's a big night for Phil Foden tonight, like massive. I mean, that stat is terrible. He has not scored in his last 26 appearances in all competitions. I don't know how many of those games have been starts, but 26 appearances. It's funny because for the first few months of the season, he was doing quite well, Foden. Yeah, I mean, he should not be going to the World Cup. I don't think. I think it'd be ridiculous if he does go. Because ultimately, he's barely done anything for England anyway. And he's been awful this season. I know it's quite harsh, but no, he has been. Like 26 games without a goal or an assist. Oh no, I think he's got an assist. No, but 26 games without scoring is a really poor record. We're about to get underway here at the Etihad. Palace in their all gold strip. They're about to get us underway. Any second now. It's coming, don't worry. And we are off here at the Etihad for Manchester City versus Crystal Palace in the Premier League. I mean, what is this? Game week 36, should we call it? Because both teams have played 35 games, so yeah. But rescheduled Premier League fixture, Manchester City, Crystal Palace at the Etihad. A massive game in the Premier League title race. City trying to keep the pressure on Arsenal. I mean, it's going to be very interesting to see if the amount of changes the City have made is too risky. No Haaland, Cherki or Doku in the starting lineup tonight. I knew they were going to make a few changes because obviously they've got the FA Cup final in 3 days' time, but yeah, I mean, Haaland, Cherki and Doku have been like so good lately. Especially Jeremy Doku. He's been unbelievable. Scored 2 amazing goals against Everton and then scored a stunner against Brentford. I don't want to mention it too much because I don't want to go into them. I mean, even though I don't like them, I don't want to go into them too much. But the amount of empty seats there are at the Etihad tonight, like I'm seeing loads here already. I know the game's just started and it should fill up as the game goes on, you'd imagine. But do you think that Man City are going for the Premier League title? They're 5 points off Arsenal with a game in hand. I'm not saying the stadium should be sold out because obviously there's a lot of seats. Well, for a club as well, I don't know, man. I think it should be sold out, or at the very least, like 95% filled. That is not 95% filled. Oh, hang on. Palace could be in here. It's Yeremy Pino. It's a chance. It's Mateta. Oh my God, has that gone in? Has it gone in? Has it gone in? I think it's been given offside. I think it did go in, but I think, yeah, the flag has gone up. My God, what a scare for City. Did it actually go in, though? Yeah, Lerma plays it to Pino. Oh, no, it wasn't Pino, sorry, it was Johnson. Pino plays a lovely... Yeah, I think Johnson is just offside. Controls it pretty well. Finds Mateta. Does it actually go in? I don't actually think it goes in. Nah, I don't think it's gone over the line. But either way, the flag has gone up. But that is a massive scare for City early on in this game. Pep doesn't seem too happy. And why would he be? I must say, that is what Palace did really well against City last season when they played them in the Etihad. Exploited the high line. They did it for the first goal, and they almost did it for the first... It could have been the first goal here as well. Yeah, City have got to be careful with that. What an awful start that would have been as well. Good save. It was a very good save, to be fair. But the flag was up. It wouldn't have counted. Johnson just about offside. Is Nunes. Very good spin there to get away from Pino. And he's passed it out of play. That wasn't great. Is Nunes playing as a midfielder tonight or a right back? Who's in the midfield with Bernardo Silva? It's got to be Nunes because City have got Gvardiol, Guéhi, Kusanov, and Aït-Nouri in their back line. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, I think it is Nunes. Yeah, it is. Kusanov's at right back. Then you've got Guéhi, Gvardiol centre backs with Aït-Nouri at left back. Oh no, maybe is it? Maybe it's not actually. Is it Gvardiol at left back? And Aït-Nouri in the midfield. Honestly, I've got no idea. Where's Aït-Nouri? Aït-Nouri's there. I think it might be Gvardiol in the midfield. Yeah, Gvardiol hasn't played since January. He got injured against Chelsea. It's his first appearance back in the team. I think it is anyway. Yeah. But yeah, because he said on FotMob he was an injury concern still. But then when the lineups came out, he was in it. So yeah, his first game back. Yeah, I'm not too sure what because Núñez is still playing in the right back position, but Gvardiol's playing higher up, and Aït-Nouri's a left back. Yeah. So I think it is Gvardiol in the midfield with Bernardo Silva. That is fairly interesting. I mean, Núñez before he became a right back was a midfielder, so you'd think that it would be Núñez and Silva, but doesn't seem that way at the moment. Could change, of course. Pep roulette, but yeah, that is pretty surprising. Here's Núñez. Mitchell wins it back for Palace, and they get the throw-in. Yeah, if Foden has to score tonight, I think, or at least get an assist, or at least play well. But ideally, I think for himself, he would. I mean, it's all well and good playing well, but like some people just won't recognise that with the form that he's been on. He's got to score, like genuinely got to score tonight. Here's Bernardo Silva. This is his penultimate game of the Etihad before he leaves. Yeah, his final game of the Etihad will be the final day of the season against Aston Villa. Here's Aït-Nouri. I've got to say, I feel bad for Aït-Nouri. Obviously, he was at Wolves last season, a regular starter. Came to City. He can't. I mean, he's not been. It's been O'Reilly, the left back, for all of the season, and O'Reilly's been brilliant. But yeah, is that a goal kick or a corner? I think it's been. Is it a goal kick? Goal kick, I believe. Núñez wants a handball. I don't think he's going to get it. Or he might do, actually. That might be a penalty. Is that going to be a penalty? His arm is in his arm is by its side, but it's quite far away from his body. It's not like tucked in. It's like that. I don't think it's been given, though. That's surprising. I thought they would have at least checked it. Yeah, no penalty. I know I did say his arm is down by his side, but like it's not like close to his body. It's like literally like out here. Bit of a controversial one, that, I think. But anyway, Foden puts the corner in, and it's headed away by Richards. And have Palace dealt with it? Johnson tries to get it away. Silva crosses it in, headed away again by Richards. Palace still can't get it out, and now they do. That's a very good pass from Mateta. Palace could break it. It's Mitchell. City getting bodies back. He's got to find the right pass here, Mitchell. He goes to Munoz, who's for some reason is on the left-hand side, and Palace are forced back. My dad doesn't think it's a penalty. I'm not saying it was. I'm just saying I thought VAR would have had a proper good look at it. Because yes, it was by it wasn't by it was by his side, but like it's not close. It's not tucked in. It was out here. So I don't really know what the rule is of handball anymore, to be honest. Yeah, Oliver Glasner, obviously, was the mastermind behind the FA Cup victory against Man City. I've got to say, I know he's leaving at the end of the season. What a manager. Genuinely. He was anyway, but yeah, comfortably Crystal Palace's best manager ever. 100%. He's won the FA Cup, the Community Shield. I know the Community Shield's not that big of a deal to like the bigger clubs, but for Palace, like two wins in a row at Wembley, I mean, they'll always count it as a trophy. And now obviously could win the Conference League. I mean, that would just be incredible. Obviously, Palace had never won a major trophy before Glasner came in. He's done absolutely sensational. My question is, if Palace were to win the Conference League, which will be his last game in charge of them, will he stay? Is there any chance he stays? Because Palace haven't appointed a new manager yet. It's different with Bournemouth. Yes, I've mentioned Bournemouth again. I always find a way to mention Bournemouth. But corner coming in, Lacroix headers it away. But yeah, Bournemouth have already appointed their new manager for next season, Marco Rose. It's obviously replacing the outgoing Antonio Iraola. But yeah, Palace haven't appointed anyone yet. So who knows? They might be keeping it a secret. Glasner could be staying. Because if Palace play Europa League football next season, Glasner's already won the Europa League. Who knows? He could manage them in the Europa League, which they should have been in the Europa League anyway. Because when you win the FA Cup, you qualify for the Europa League. But because of the bloody, the multi-club ownership rules, because Palace's owner owned two clubs who were going to compete in the Europa League, Crystal Palace and Lyon. And yeah, it was a very weird situation. So Palace got demoted from the Europa League to the Conference League. But to be fair, I don't think they might, because obviously Forest were the ones who went from the Conference League to the Europa League. Forest got knocked out the semi-finals, got battered by Villa, and Palace could be winning the Conference League. So it's all, well, it hasn't worked out yet because Palace could still lose the final. But if they do win it, it's all worked out in the end. Because then Palace will play Europa League like they should have done, and Forest won't be playing any European football. So yeah. I do wonder who Palace are going to get. I must bloody hell. Blah, blah, blah. I must say, if Palace do get Andoni Iraola, what an appointment that would be. I think Iraola is definitely good enough to manage like a Big Six club or one of the top teams in Europe. We're up to 308 subscribers now, which is fantastic. Thank you guys so much for the support. We hit 300 yesterday, and we could be, who knows? Could we get to 310 before the end of tonight's stream? I hope so. But yeah, we'll see. But no, seriously, guys, thank you for the support. It's been brilliant. What was I saying just before? Oh yeah, about Iraola. Yeah, if Palace can get him, what a replacement that would be for Glasner. Here's Savinho. I've barely seen Savinho this season. Yeah, I think he's quite out of favour now. I wouldn't be surprised if he leaves. I mean, Tottenham wanted him. Tottenham wanted him for like 70 million in the summer, and somehow City didn't let him go. Hello, Nan. Good to see you. But yeah, I can't believe that. I can't believe that City rejected that much money for Savinho. Nan's on. Palace have got a throw in 10 minutes in. The only real chance so far has been the Mateta chance, which was offside anyway, but it was a very good save from Donnarumma on the line. It's mental that Man City could win the league with only 25 league wins this season. 25 league wins? Cheers, mate. Palace coming forward here with Johnson. They have got options in the box. Chance for Palace, and I think it was Yeremy Pino. What's happened here? Why is Will Hughes complaining? Oh, that was a corner, no? They didn't give the corner. Wow. Mateta with an unbelievable flick over Bernardo Silva. Johnson had it. Pino shot. There's no way they've given a goal kick. That's going in. What? That's literally going in. Oh no, they have given the corner. I was going to say, bloody hell. Yeah, it was 100% a corner. Without that block from Gvardiol, it's literally going in. I don't know if it would have actually gone in, whether Donnarumma would have saved it or not. But yeah, it was heading for the bottom corner. Palace have started pretty well, to be fair. Whenever they get forward, they always look threatening. Will Hughes to take the Palace corner. He whips it in. Richards! Oh, what a chance again. And it's going to be a goal kick this time. Mate, Palace should be 1-0 up. They really should be. Should he be doing better here? I think he's got to score that personally, Chris Richards. Was it a corner? Should have been another corner. Comes off Gahey. But yeah, Palace have made a very good start. Considering this game means absolutely nothing to them. They are doing very well so far. But when you're playing against a team like Man City at the Etihad, when you've got a chance, you've got to take it. And they've had 3 already. I know the Mateta one was offside, but like at least if he scored, it would have gone to VAR. And who knows, they might have showed it from a different angle and it would have been on. And obviously the Pino chance, brilliant block from Gvardiol, and then obviously the Richards header. Yeah, worrying signs here for City. This is what happens when you make too many changes. I know the players that they've brought in are still good enough to do well, like Foden, Marmoush, Savinho. I mean, they're not. I mean, I know Foden's been struggling. Savinho's barely played, but Marmoush has barely played, if we're being totally honest. But they're still good players, and they've still got the likes of Gahey, Nunes, Bernardo Silva, Gvardiol, Semenyo, Izet Nuri, Gahey, obviously ex-Crystal Palace, was there for the first half of the season. Looked like he was going to go to Liverpool in the summer transfer window, but the move fell through on deadline day. the fact that City managed to get him for 20 million, I know his contract was expiring, but Liverpool were going to sign him for like, what was it, 35, 40? So City got him for 50% of what Liverpool were going to get, what Liverpool were going to pay for him. Yeah. I mean, it's a brilliant sign. It was an unbelievable signing. I would probably argue, though, that I think Liverpool needed him more. I think Liverpool needed Guéhi more than City did. Because let's say you take Guéhi out of that City team, you still got Kusanov, Gvardiol. I know Gvardiol's been injured, but Ruben Diaz is on the bench tonight. You've got Kusanov, Diaz. You know, you have got players who can play there. They recalled when Gvardiol and Diaz both got injured against Chelsea in January. They recalled bloody, what's his name, Max Alleyne from Watford. Like he was playing a lot of games for Watford in the Championship for the first half of the season. They recalled him. City paid him for like 5 games in a row, and I can't remember the last time he played. I can't remember the last time he was in the squad. Like I don't know. It's just a bit. I get obviously they needed to do something, City, but surely you could have just bought a cheap centre half to play. Yeah, or like a cheap centre half. He was a good because when Gvardiol, because that's what I mean. Gvardiol, Diaz, and Guéhi are all going to want to be starters. I know Gvardiol's just come back, but like when he's fully fit, and obviously you can't. I mean, you could play Gvardiol left back, but then what about O'Reilly and Aït-Nouri? This is what I mean. Like, even though City squad depth is unbelievable, like there is a lot of players who want to be regular starters and they can't be because ultimately they've got too many players in each position. That's a foul on Will Hughes by Guéhi. Will Hughes looks about 45, doesn't he? I need to know, how old is he? How old is Will Hughes? Because genuinely, he looks like a grandpa. Will Hughes he's only 31. Will Hughes is 31 years old. He looks twice his age. He looks twice the amount of his actual age. He genuinely looks about 60. But yeah, no, he's a good player, Will Hughes, to be fair to him. Here is Bernardo Silva. Yeah, City are going to have to replace him well in the summer. I think it's gotten too late into the season for Pep Guardiola to announce he's leaving. Yeah, because obviously there's been rumours of Maresca. Because apparently it will definitely be Maresca when Pep does decide to leave. Yeah, they're not really considering anyone else. Savinho puts it in, but Will Hughes is there. And Palace clear the danger away, but not really properly. Kusanov goes for the strike and it's into the stanchion. But yeah, it will definitely be. I mean, it might not be this season. It might not be this summer. It might be next summer. But Maresca will definitely be City's next manager. Apparently, they're not considering the likes of Kompany or Xabi Alonso. Will definitely be Maresca, which I guess makes sense. Obviously, he was Pep's assistant before he went into management himself. And I do really rate Maresca. I think it'll be a very good appointment when it does happen. But yeah, I think if Pep was leaving, he would have announced it by now. Maybe he's waiting to see if City win the FA Cup and the Premier League, or if it's just one of them, or they might not win either. Yeah, but like, surely you want to, because imagine like City win the league, or even lose the league on the final day of the season, and then Pep announces he's leaving, because Pep might already know what he's doing. He might have already decided, but he just hasn't announced it. Yeah. Now I think Pep will stay. I mean, I thought this was going to be Pep's last season, because he's been here 10 years. Yeah, I just thought this would be his fight. He's achieved pretty much everything he's wanted to achieve at Man City. He's won every single trophy possible. Obviously won the Premier League 6 times, Champions League once, Carabao Cup about 5 times, I think, FA Cup about 2 or 3 times. Yeah, they've been ridiculous under him. And it will be quite good when he leaves, I think. Well, for like people who don't support City. He's hilarious though, isn't he, Pep? The Premier League will miss him in terms of like his impact, but like for the other 19 teams, they'll probably be relieved when he does eventually decide to call it a day. Bernardo Silva, I must say, was a brilliant. He received it on the half turn excellently from the pass from Núñez, but the shot was blocked straight away. Yeah, City's most common scoreline this season has been 3-0. Like out of their 35 Premier League games before today, eight of them finished 3-0. Yeah. Yeah, City, gone are the days where City used to batter teams like 4 or 5-0. It feels like every time they played like a lesser team at home, they'd always win about 4 or 5-0. That doesn't happen anymore. No, it used to be like Burnley. Yeah, they always used to beat Burnley like 4 or 5-0. To be fair, they beat them 5-1 this season, but yeah. Yeah, they don't like batter teams anymore, City. They might win like 2 or 3-0, which is comfortable, but they don't really like batter teams in terms of the scoreline. Chance for City, shot from Ryan Aït-Nouri, but it's gone into the side netting. Yeah, it was very good from Aït-Nouri and Guéhi. Just about got there ahead of Munoz. Strike on his weaker right foot, but it goes into the side netting. Pep thought it was close. Oh, Lacroix, what are you doing? That's a foul. Definitely a foul from Aït-Nouri. But bloody hell, do you want to take any longer on the ball? Do not want to mess around with it at the back against City. Here's Canvot. I've got to say, Canvot has been a very good replacement for Guéhi. He's not as good as Guéhi, but no, I think he's coming. He's only like 19 or 20 as well, Canvot. It's funny because they signed it's mental things. Well, they signed him on deadline day, and it looked like he was going to be the Guéhi replacement. But I think Palace wanted another centre back. I think they wanted what's his name, Igor from Brighton. Yeah, they tried to get him, but he decided to join West Ham. So I'm just looking at Pep. Yeah, it's raining heavily at the Etihad. But yeah, Canvot has done very well, I've got to say. I was quite surprised that Palace didn't sign a replacement for Guéhi in January, but it seems like Canvot was the ready-made replacement. He's done very well. And he's only going to get better. But obviously Richards and Lacroix have been excellent as well. But yeah, that centre-back trio of Guéhi, Richards and Lacroix, fantastic. It's gone out for a Palace goal kick. Semenyo couldn't get to it from the pass from Nunes. Yeah, he didn't have to put that one. I actually don't think there's too much weight on that pass. I'm not sure. Yeah, Semenyo couldn't get to it. Mitchell wins the header. And that's going to be a Palace throw-in. Almost halfway through the first half of the Etihad. Don't forget, guys, to like the stream and subscribe to the channel and turn notifications on so that you never miss a future upload or a future stream. I uploaded a video about an hour and a half ago, my Man United lineup for the 26-27 season. I talked about who I want. Well, yeah, I talked about who I want. Bloody hell! I talked about who I want our manager to be. I talked about the starting 11. And signings, and also talked about players who didn't quite make my starting lineup, but I think will have massive impacts during the season. Because obviously we're in the Champions League for next season, so we're going to be playing a lot more games. We're only going to be playing 40 games this season, which is just ludicrous. But yeah, that video is on my channel if you want to check it out. Offside against Mateta. I wonder if Mateta will leave in the summer, because it looked like he was going to go to AC Milan in January, but he failed the medical. I don't know, we'll see. I'd take Mateta at United, definitely. Him and Sesko as striker depth would be fantastic, I think. Yeah, we were linked with him briefly last summer, but ended up going for Sesko. But yeah, I don't think Mateta would cost too much either. And I think if he went to AC Milan, he would have done bits as well. What's funny? Did I say something funny? Come on, some goals would be nice. Yeah, there's not been like too many clear-cut chances. Not from City anyway, no. Most of the chances have actually come from Palace, to be fair. That's a foul on Aït-Nouri, a foul on Will Hughes by Aït-Nouri. Yeah, the last 5 games between these two, in terms of the head-to-head. 3 wins for City, 1 draw, and 1 win for Palace, which was the FA Cup final victory, which in 4 days' time will be exactly a year ago. Here's JD Camvot. Jefferson Lerma. I'm sure we'll see Adam Wharton at some point. Palace don't really need to rest players just yet. I would understand it if they rest players in their final game of the season, but that is against Arsenal, to be fair, so they're literally going to be like they could be the team who decides the title on the final day. But yeah, the Premier League final day, can't wait for it. I mean, obviously I don't want the season to end, but obviously we've got the World Cup coming in the summer. But yeah, 11 days until the Premier League final day, May the 24th. We'll definitely be doing a watch-along for that. All 10 games, all the goals as they go in. I mean, I'll be watching the United game, but I'll also be watching the goals as they go in. Should be a fantastic final day. Here's Kusanov. Nunes to Savinho. He probably needs a goal as well, to be fair. Can't remember the last time he scored. Can't remember the last time he played, really. It's been so long. It's going to be a throw-in for City. Campbell cleared, but it's gone out for a City throw-in. Silva finds Foden. Foden did pretty well, to be fair, but again, good defending from Palace, this time from Mitchell. Bloody dog, honestly. Here's Nunes. Brilliant from Mitchell. Brilliant defending again from Palace. And they've managed to get the throw in as well. I honestly think Palace have been the better team so far, genuinely. I think they've played really well. Here is Pino. Yeah, and obviously, because Glasner's leaving, there's a good chance that Palace won't be playing a back three next season. Wonder how that would be. I mean, it would probably be, I imagine, if they all stay, it would be Henderson in goal, obviously. Mitchell left back, Munoz right back, and then it'd be Richards and the Lacroix centre backs. That is a very good defence. I mean, Camvot has been brilliant, but yeah, that's a brilliant, four back. And it would have been, I think Wharton will probably leave. I don't know. Mateta might leave. But they've got Johnson, they've got Strand Larsen, they've got Pino, Ismail Assar as well. They've got a very good team, Palace. Don't know, will Kamada leave as well? We'll have to wait and see. But if Palace could get Riola, that'd be such an ambitious move. And obviously if they're playing Europa League as well next season, got to win the Conference League, but I would expect them to beat Rayo Vallecano. Here's Savinho up against Mitchell, cuts in. He's done well, to be fair to him. Across to Gahey. That's very good from Pino, and I think he's right. It's another Ainuri again giving away a free kick. I think that's free now. I'm surprised he's not been booked, to be fair, Ainuri. Like, he's been. That's free. I mean, I'm not saying that to. Oh no, it was on. I keep getting confused between Pino and Johnson. They've both got similar haircuts. Well, kind of, yeah. Yeah, Brennan Johnson, I've got to say, he is massively disappointed since he joined Palace. I'm not the biggest fan of him, purely because obviously he was the one who scored the winner in the Europa League final last season. I don't know. I actually don't know how the goal was given to him. It wasn't his goal. It should have been. I don't know. It probably should have been like an Onana own goal or something, or maybe even a Luke Shaw own goal. I'm not too sure. I'd have to watch it back, but I couldn't believe Johnson got it. It was one of the worst goals ever as well. 309. There we go. Thank you guys for the support. I think I'd be very surprised if we don't hit 310 by the end of this stream tonight. Yeah, the support has been amazing, guys, so thank you so much. Here's Nunes. Yeah, it does look like it. I mean, I said it earlier in the game, but I wanted to see how it developed. But yeah, it is Gvardiol and Silva midfield duo. Which is surprising, to be fair. I mean, if you're going to... I honestly thought it was going to be Nunes. But Gvardiol's also drifting out to this left-hand side, whilst Nuri's more forward. So, Yeah, I think Guardiola's doing both. Like he's inverting into midfield as well. Don't know. You'd have to ask Pep. Silva. Yeah, I was going to say I'm surprised he didn't play that sooner to Marmoush. But Marmoush can control it. But City have it back with Bernardo Silva again. Nunes. Is that a free kick? No, says the referee. Can Pino keep it in? No, it's good from Savinho. And City get the throw in, I believe. Have City got the throw? I think they have. Oh, Savinho just having a pull of Pino's shirt there. Bit of afters. Even though City haven't created a lot, they are dominating the ball now, which is expected. But it's all well and good dominating the ball. You're in a title race and you need to score. So, but they've still got loads of time. Here's Foden. Now Savinho again. They just keep passing it around City. They need to create more chances. But to be fair to Palace, they're not really giving City anything to work with in terms of shots and chances. Savinho. Oh, that I must say, it was quite ambitious, but I like the idea. Yeah, Semenyo giving him a thumbs up, but it goes all the way through to Dean Henderson, obviously ex-Man United. Saved the penalty in the FA Cup final between these two just under a year ago now. And it's funny because that game he probably should have been sent off as well. He handballed it outside the box. He literally smashed the ball away with his hand. I mean, it was probably going away from goal anyway, but like Haaland. Because Haaland was going to get there. I probably would have had to go around Henderson, but the fact he got away with that was crazy. And then he ends up saving a penalty. Yeah. I mean, if you're a Palace fan, what would you prefer? I mean, obviously winning the FA Cup was amazing, but surely winning a European trophy would be more special. I'm not sure. But I guess the FA Cup was their first trophy. And to be fair, no one expected them to. Well, actually, no. I actually think I predicted them to win that FA Cup final. It was mostly because I just didn't want City to win, to be honest. But I think a lot of people just fully expected City to win, even though City weren't at their best last season. Like, you got it's a final. City don't lose a lot of finals, but they've lost their last 2 FA Cup finals. If they lose 3 FA Cup finals in a row, then wow. Yeah. I'm hoping I hope Chelsea do beat them on Saturday. Chance Semenyo. Oh, that's a brilliant goal. That is a brilliant goal. I mean, I said he'd score, didn't I? Yeah, Antoine Semenyo gives Man City the lead just over half an hour into this game. That is a brilliant finish. Gave Dean Henderson no chance. He hasn't scored for quite a while, Semenyo. But yeah, he's got a goal tonight and City have the lead. And even though they've not really created a lot of chances, they've created nothing basically all game. But that is a very good goal. Like a really, really good goal. Not just the finish, but the build-up as well. Yeah, Palace will be disappointed with that. They've played well so far, but the best teams can cut you open just like that. Yeah, Silva played it across to Nunes. I must say, Phil Foden. He needed that. That's what I mean. Foden is very capable of doing stuff like that. So why doesn't he do it more often? I know he doesn't get a lot of opportunities in terms of like starting, but like when he has played, like he started against Southampton in the FA Cup semi-final and didn't do anything. So he is a very capable player, 100%. You don't lose your ability just like that. But yeah, that is a very good goal from City. Yeah, Henderson, no chance. I mean, even if he stretched his leg all the way wide, he wouldn't have got it. Pep is very happy, and so he should be. Chance for Palace. It's Mitchell. Oh, good save from Donnarumma. It's going to be a corner. Get Foden on the plane. I'm not having a man who's bloody gone 26 games without a goal. Very good assist, fair play, but I still wouldn't have him. Not because I'm a United fan, but genuinely, they literally showed a stat before the game. 26. You can't take a player to the World Cup who's gone 26 games without a goal. Like, that is over the likes of like Gibbs White, who has been unbelievable. I mean, who knows? They might both go, but yeah, I still don't think Foden should go. But got to give credit to him. That was an unbelievable assist. Corner for Palace. I was going to say Donnarumma's actually claimed the ball, but he still managed to drop it somehow. Foden, foul by Will Hughes. Frank, yesterday at training I told you I need Haaland to get 0 points and Semenyo to score 3. He said no chance. Oh, FPL. Yeah, bloody Haaland's not starting, is he? I had Haaland triple captained. Semenyo's not scoring a hat-trick. Semenyo is not scoring a hat-trick. I've got Gahey and Donnarumma, so ideally a clean sheet would be alright. Haaland to get 0, but I can't... Bloody Pep, honestly. Pep Roulette is a bloody joke. I fully expected Haaland to start this game. City is still in a title race. They're still in a bloody title race, and they're not... I know they got the FA Cup final, but... Yeah, I mean, maybe Haaland comes on and scores, but who knows, he might not come on at all. Like, being fully rested for the cup final, potentially. Will Hughes tries a Travella pass, and Munoz is offside. I've got Cherki, O'Reilly and Haaland in FPL. I've triple captained Haaland. Yeah, it made sense. He's got a double game week. Obviously, the Brentford game and this one tonight. But it would be nice if he could get on the bloody pitch. That would be a start. You've also got Cherki. Oh, Cherki. Yeah, no Cherki and O'Reilly in the starting lineup tonight as well. He's massively rotated, Pep. Oh, but it's all right. He'll play them in the FA Cup final when you can't get points on FPL, can you? Yeah, I'm sure he'll come. I'm sure they'll come on at some point. Once that trophy, doesn't he, Pep? More chance of that than the Prem. And to be fair, I think the fact that they've lost 2 FA Cup finals in a row, I think he would like to win. Well, he probably wants to complete a cup double. Is there more chance? I mean, I do think City will win it on Saturday. I hope they don't, but yeah, I think I just think they'll be too good for Chelsea. Chelsea really impressed me with how they played against Liverpool, but ultimately Liverpool are crap at the moment. But it's a cup final, anything could happen. I saw someone tweeted the other day that Callum McFarlane could beat Pep Guardiola in the FA Cup and could be responsible for Spurs going down. Like, it's incredible, really. Like, genuine. Like, that could genuinely happen. Well, I think Chelsea can win. I don't think they will, but they can definitely win the final. And there is a chance that when Chelsea play Spurs at Stamford Bridge, Spurs could be in the relegation zone. West Ham have to beat Newcastle on Sunday, but that's definitely possible with how bad that Newcastle have been. And to be fair, that game for Newcastle means absolutely nothing. They're not getting Europe. Yeah, McFarlane would go down in Chelsea history if he wins the FA Cup and partly responsible for sending Spurs down. He won't get the job. No, definitely not. But to be fair, it wouldn't surprise me if he did. Knowing, like, because Chelsea's owners, for me, don't have a bloody clue what they're doing. What is Chris Richards doing here? This could be 2-0. Savinho, it's Marmoush, cuts in, should have scored. Should have scored. He didn't get the shot off in time. What an opportunity for 2-0. I mean, Chris Richards just dilly-dallying on the ball. It's good for Mate Nuri to win it back. Savinho, it's a good pass. Marmoush, why does he takes an extra touch. He takes an extra touch. He cuts in, gets away from Camvot. Yeah, the extra touch lets him down. It's good defending from Lacroix. He needs to get A Nuri off left wing. He's so one-footed, makes it too easy to defend because he can only go down the line. Doku will come in for Gavardio at half-time, I reckon. I must say, I'm really surprised Gavardio started. He's literally not played for 4 months. I didn't think he'd be straight into the starting lineup. Yeah, Palace have dealt with it. They're trying to start a counter-attack. Brilliant from Kusanov. And City have it back. Yeah, I think it is actually Gavardio at left back and Ait Nuri at left wing. On FotMob, it says that City are playing a 4-1-3-2 on FotMob. They've got a back four of Gavardio left back with Gahey, Kusanov centre backs, Nunes right back, Bernardo Silva in the midfield on his own. They've got Foden in the 10, Ait Nuri on the left, Savinho on the right, Semenyo and Marmoush up front. I mean, it does kind of look... Yeah, that is the formation, to be fair to them. A 4-1-3-2. I've never seen a team play that. It seems like the only team that do it is City. So you got an attacking midfielder, 2 wingers, 2 strikers, and 1 midfielder. It is very risky, but when you've got it's 4-2-4. Is it? It might be actually. What? Who's your midfield? What? Silva and Foden midfield 2. Bit attacking that. But again, when you've got so many good attacking players like City do, it's not as risky. It probably is a 4-2-4 actually, more thinking. Yeah, there's no way to 4-1-3-2 according to FotMob. Oh yeah, because Bernardo Silva's in the midfield all on his own, isn't he? Foden is playing quite high though. I mean, maybe he's got the licence to go forward from Silva, but yeah, Silva in the midfield on his own. I don't know. City have had 117 successful passes in the final third so far. Palace have had just 2. So, yeah. Yeah, I mean, Palace had a very good spell at the start of the game going forward, but for like the last 20-25 minutes, it's been all City. Not in terms of like chances created, but in terms of possession. Obviously, they've got the goal through Semenyo. But yeah, here's Foden. Good chested pass from Aït-Nouri. Yeah, I think it is actually 4-2-4 because now Silva's playing ahead of Foden. Yeah, so it's probably 4-2-4 again. Who plays 4-2-4 nowadays? Yeah, I think 4-2-4 is a good formation. To be fair, I mean it's a very attacking formation, but if you've got the attacking players to do it, why not run with it? I tell you what, Gvardiol. Oh, this has got to be a goal. That is brilliant. That is an absolutely... Is that Marmoush as well? Mate, I'm genuinely a football mastermind. I literally said before this game, 2-0 City, Semenyo and Marmoush goals. I've literally called it again. Well, it's probably not going to be 2-0, but if we can get to half-time and it's still 2-0, I think that'd be pretty good. But yeah, 2-0 City. Omar Marmoush scored against Brentford coming off the bench, and he's got another goal here. Cherki and Haaland smiling on the bench. Yeah, I mean, I've got to say, this pass from Josko Gvardiol is unbelievable. Look at this. That is a ridiculous pass. Is that another Phil... I've got to say, it's another Phil Foden assist. Bloody hell. I tell you what, he is taking his chance tonight, I must say. I'm not doing this bloody England squad malarkey. I still don't think he should go. But... to be fair, do you know what I would argue? I'm not trying to downplay Foden. He didn't mean that. He's tried to control that, and it's ended up at Marmoush's feet. I guarantee you now, he did not mean to. He's failed to control. He'll get the assist for it, but he's failed to control it. The pass from Gvardiol though, sensational, and then Marmoush manages to keep it and puts it in. I think Henderson gets a touch, but it's a brilliant finish. Yeah, Marmoush, I think, has now scored 10 Premier League goals in a Man City shirt since he joined. All of them have come at the Etihad. Yeah, I think that's the right stat. Yeah, the stat was Marmoush has scored all 9 of his Premier League goals at the Etihad. And obviously, he's made it 10, and it's at the Etihad. So, yeah, 2-0 City. And I don't want to give Palace no chance, but I think that's game over. I do think it is game over. I mean, if Palace can get a goal back... I mean, Palace have to get the next goal if they want to have any chance of getting something from this game. But this is what I was saying. I was literally saying, when you're playing against a team like City and you have chances at the start of the game, you've got to take them. The Mateta chance, the Pino chance, and the Richards header. Like, if you just take one of those, then it completely changes the momentum of the game. They failed to take the chances, and City have ultimately capitalised and got 2 goals. I called it. I literally said 2-0 City, Semenyo and Marmoush goals. I'm genuinely just a football mastermind, aren't I? Here is Bernardo Silva. Yeah, I mean, look, I'd rather City lose this game, to be honest. Obviously, I don't like them, but what this does do keeps the title race alive. Because if City failed to get all 3 points tonight, I think Arsenal would have just needed to beat Burnley, and then the title's confirmed. And even though I do fully expect Arsenal to win the league, because I think they'll beat Burnley fairly comfortably on Monday, and I do think they will beat Palace final day of the season. But at least it goes down to the final day. At least we get some drama. Foden puts it in. Gvardiol, what a save from Dean Henderson. And that would have been a 3rd assist for Phil Foden this game. Foden finds Bernardo Silva. This could be 3. Oh, it was a good chance again. Yeah, City are now starting to ramp up the chances. They really are. What a save from Dean Henderson. Gvardiol in his first game back from injury. That is a fantastic save. Dean Henderson he's brilliant, isn't he? Fantastic goalkeeper. That would have been a hat-trick of assists for Phil Foden. I know the second one he didn't mean it, but that would have been unbelievable. Yeah, Dean Henderson, fantastic save. I mean, that would have definitely been game over if that ended up in the back of the net. Savinho plays it forward. Henderson should come out for it, and he does. Oh, he's giving it away. It's Foden. Foden goes for the spectacular, and Lacroix headers it away. Foden having his game of the season. He really is. I mean, about time, eh? Bloody hell, Savinho has done like 4 kick-ups there, and he's managed to win the throw-in. City are just doing what they want out there now. Yeah, Foden has been fantastic tonight. Again, I know the second assist, he didn't mean it, but the back heel assist, outrageous. Genuinely outrageous. If he could just do that more often, I'd be absolutely fine with having him in the England squad. I just still think it would be unfair for other players who have been better than him, like Gibbs White. I mean, I think if Foden was to go ahead of Palmer, I wouldn't necessarily be arguing about it, because Palmer's been poor as well, isn't he? Palace, what an awful pass from Brennan Johnson. Was that Brennan Johnson? Yeah, it was Brennan Johnson. That's a terrible pass. That probably sums up his Palace career so far. That is one of the easiest passes you can make. Munoz was ready to unleash the shot. That's such a bad pass. Yeah, Johnson, he still hasn't scored for Palace since he joined in January. Yeah, we're about to find out how much stoppage time there'll be at the end of this first half. Bit of a concern for City here. Aït-Nouri's down off the ball. I'm not too sure what he did. Is this Foden controls it with his right. Do you know what? Yeah, it's a back heel, but what do you call that when it's like I don't know what you call it. It's not like a straight back heel. He's gone. It's like what you do for a Rabona, but it's like the other side. He's put his left foot across his right to back heel the ball. That's outrageous, isn't it? Again, the second goal, they're just showing again. Yeah, he definitely miscontrols it, but it ends up going to Marmoush, and then he puts it in just about. Henderson tries to keep. He almost keeps it out, but yeah, he was already going down, which didn't help. He's garbage, Johnson. He really is. Like, the fact that we let him score in a European final to beat us, I mean, it just shows you how bad the Amorim era was. Like, the fact that how much was Johnson to Palace? It must have been. I think it was a decent amount. I could check at half time, but I'm just genuinely curious to find out now. How much was Johnson to Palace? Johnson to Palace, £35 million. Which, again, to be fair, in today's market, that's not much. But 35 million for no goals so far. Yeah, he's not been great. Half time here at the Etihad. Manchester City 2, Crystal Palace 0. Phil Foden, the star of the show so far, with 2 assists. And I predicted, this is my current prediction right now. Okay, it probably won't finish like this at the end of the game, but yeah, I said 2-0 City, Semenyo and Marmoush goals, and right now it's 2-0 City, Semenyo and Marmoush goals. Literally called it. Yeah, Phil Foden's having a very, very good game so far. Palace started really well, to be fair to them. Like, really well. Had some very good chances in the first 10 minutes, couldn't take any of them, and they've ultimately paid the price, and City have pretty much wrapped this game up already, to be honest. Can't see Palace getting anything now. But I might be wrong. I think his 2 transfers have been about 100 mil. Yeah, how much was Johnson to Spurs then? So that was 35. How much did Spurs pay for Johnson? 47 and almost 50 million. So what's that? 47.5 plus 82.5 million on Brennan Johnson. My God. He was good at Forest. For Spurs, he had last season at Spurs, he scored like 6 or 7 games in a row. He was doing very well. And he scored like almost 20 goals last season. But even when he was scoring 20 goals, Spurs fans still weren't the biggest fans of him. And obviously, he's not played a lot this season, Johnson. He actually scored against Man City away for Spurs this season. And that was City's only home defeat so far this season as well. But yeah, I mean, City, they're just quite a good side, aren't they? It's just the fact that they've rested so many of their players and they're still winning 2-0 at half time. I really hope they start to go on a downfall when Pep leaves. I really hope so. It's been too long that they've been competing every year. To be fair, these last 2 seasons have not been amazing compared to what it was before. Obviously, last season, trophyless and finished 3rd. This season, okay, you're going to probably win a domestic double. Could still win a domestic treble, but I still don't think City have been amazing this season. I really don't. Even if let's say you're going to win this game, Let's say you win. Let's say you beat Bournemouth and Villa. That's 25 league wins. 25 Premier League wins in 38 games. Like, for City, that is... For City standards, that's not amazing. Like, if we compare it to their previous seasons, last season they won 21, which was not great. 23-24 won 28, 22-23 28, 21-22 29, 20-21 27, 2019-20 26, which is like City could still win the league this season and win less games than they did in 19-20, where they finished second on 81 points. 18-19 32 wins, 17-18 32 wins, 16-17 23 wins, which is what they're currently on if they win tonight. Yeah. When does 25 wins ever win you a league? I mean, it could this season. I think Arsenal won 25, so they could still win 28. No, that's not right. That's not right. How many have Arsenal won this season? 24. So Arsenal could win the same amount of games as they did in the Invincible season, which was when they last won the league, funnily enough. Yeah, in terms of the halftime stats, City have had 75% possession. It's been all City in terms of the ball. They've had 0.85 XG, 10 shots, 3 on target, and 16 touches in Palace's box. Palace have had 25% possession, 0.41 XG, 3 shots, 1 on target, and 3 touches in City's box. City have had 2 big chances and have scored both. It says that Palace haven't had any big chances. I mean, I thought the Richards header was a big chance, but apparently not. In terms of ratings, Nunes is on a 7, Kusanov and Gehi both on 7.3s, Foden, the star of the show so far, on 8.7, Marmoush on a 7.8, Semenyo on a 7.1. None of Palace's players are on green ratings on FotMob. The highest rated player currently is Tyreek Mitchell on a 6.7. Yeah, a lot of work to do for Palace. Right, it's half time. Time for the Pepsi. There we go. Lovely jubbly. Thank you guys for being here. Don't forget to like the stream and subscribe to the channel. And also turn notifications on so that you never miss a future upload or a future stream. Lovely. Oh, wow. I've just seen the playoff semi-final tonight in League One between Stockport and Stevenage. Obviously, Stockport is not too far from the Etihad. They're both in Manchester. Stockport are 2-0 up at half-time against Stevenage. They're 3-0 up on aggregate. I saw this a few weeks ago and I couldn't believe it. I mean, I don't know how many of you follow League One football, but Kyle Wooton, who is Stockport County striker, he scored 19 goals this season in League One. But in the last few games, he's been playing as a centre-back. He's playing as a centre-back tonight, and he's managed to score. And I'm looking at some of his ratings on FotMob, playing as a centre-back. 8.1, 7.2, 7.2, 7.5, 7.8. Like, that's ridiculous. That is genuinely ridiculous. I think it's purely because Stockport don't have any fit centre-backs, so they've had to... I mean, I don't know how that's managed to work out, but fair enough, he scored tonight. Louis Barry has also scored. He obviously used to play... Well, he's unknown from Aston Villa. He was in Barcelona as under-19s as well. Yeah, so it looks like Stockport are going to the playoff final at Wembley to play over Bradford or Bolton. Yeah, I'd quite like to see Stockport in the Championship. Again, someone different. Yeah, they were in the playoffs last year, Stockport, but lost in the semi-final to Leyton Orient on penalties. PSG are beating Lens in... That's pretty much a title decider, to be honest. Because if Lens win, they only go 3 points behind going into the last game. But I'm assuming, yeah, PSG got a much better goal difference. But yeah, PSG could seal the title tonight. Inter Milan are beating Lazio 2-0 in the Coppa Italia final as well. And in the Scottish Premiership, the title could be decided tonight. Hearts are 2-0 up at home against Falkirk. Celtic right now are drawing 1-1 against Motherwell. As it stands, the title is not secured just yet. But Hearts would be in a very good position. Celtic would have to... Because right now, as it stands, Hearts are on 80 points, Celtic on 77. So Celtic could still reach Hearts, but the problem is Hearts' goal difference is plus 34, Celtic's is plus 29. So let's just say the scores stay as they are, Celtic would have to beat Hearts 3-0 on the final day. They'd have to beat them by 3 goals to win the title. Yeah, so that's not ideal. So Celtic just need to make sure they win, and then that gives them the best possible chance to win the title. Yeah, Marmoush does well here for the goal. Turns and then just tries to get the shot off as quickly as possible. Yeah, from a Palace point of view, not the best defending, but yeah. as it stands, with 36 games played each now, because this is City's game in hand tonight. Arsenal on 79 points, City on 77 points. Goal difference for Arsenal plus 42. Goal difference for City plus 42. So, and City have still got a second half to play. So as long as they can get their goal difference more... Wait, but to be fair, if both goal differences are the same, it comes down to goals scored. And City have scored 6 more goals than Arsenal. Can I just say that like, this is genuinely mental, by the way. If City beat Everton, the title race, I genuinely think, would be going down to goal difference on the final day. And they're both on the same goal difference. Oh, man, this would... Look, the title could still go down to the last day, but if Arsenal just win their last 2 games, it's done. But yeah, as long as it goes down to the final day, just like the relegation battle and the race for Europe, then we'll have an all-timer final day in store. Definitely. Yeah, I think Palace are in trouble this game. I think they've just got to write this game off now. I think they've got no chance. Not even trying to jinx it. I genuinely think they haven't played bad, to be fair, Palace. I don't think they've done too bad. It's just City are just better than them. It's just that simple. And when as I say loads of times, when you're not as good as the opposition, and you don't take your chances, you're going to get punished. You're going to get punished, and that's exactly what has happened with Palace in this game. But you've got to give credit to City, obviously, because for the first 10 minutes, they were really struggling, and they come into the game, as they normally do, dominate the ball and get 2 goals. There we go. The lights are on, baby. I'd say about 6 minutes until the second half. I actually remembered to stop the clock this time. Yeah, I literally forget pretty much every time. But yeah, I remember this time. Yeah, I think Palace have, to give themselves the best possible chance of winning this game, I'd probably bring on Adam Wharton and Ismaila Sarr on at half-time. Ismaila Sarr has scored 20 goals this season. I mean, I think almost half of them have come in the Conference League, but still, that is a very impressive tally. Has he got 20? Wait, has he got 20 goals this season? Yeah, he does. He scored 12 last season, 20 this season. How many of them in the Conference League, though? 9. But still, the Conference League, there's some good... Oh, bloody hell. There's some good teams in the Conference League. You got Strasbourg, Fiorentina, Shakhtar. Yeah, he scored in his last 5 Conference League appearances, Ismaila Sarr. Yeah, he's a good player, man. I rate him. Really good player. I must say, Palace's team last season... Well, their attack of Eze, Sarr, Eze, Mateta, that was unreal. I know they've still got 2 of them, but yeah, Pino and Johnson are just not as good as Eze, are they? They're really not. Palace defending horribly, giving so much space as well. They need some strong midfield in the second half. I think Palace were doing quite well to, like, not give City as much space as possible, but ultimately, when you're playing a team as good... To be fair, both of City's goals have come from just brilliant play. I don't necessarily think it's about Palace giving them a lot of space, because I don't think they've done that too many times this half. Like both goals, like the first one, unbelievable unbelievable backheel from Phil Foden, and second goal, unbelievable chipped or lofted pass from Josko Gvardiol. But yeah, I do agree with the second point. I do think they need to get Adam Wharton on 100%. I don't know why he didn't start. Like when Palace haven't played. When did Palace last play? Well, to be fair, they played on Sunday, only 3 days ago, so that's understandable. But they've been playing in Europe all season. They've been playing Thursday and Sunday. Like, yeah. Elise before that was even better. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Eze, Elise, Mateta. That is a ridiculous front line. Yeah, I remember they played that front line against us. They beat us 4-0 when we had Ten Hag. Yeah, that was a dark day. I think that was a bank holiday Monday as well. I think it was. Yeah, that was so bad, genuinely. And they had Wharton at that time as well. Like Palace's team, I mean, even though obviously they've lost the likes of Eze and Elise and Guéhi, they've still got a very good... Like imagine they still had the likes of Guéhi, Eze, Elise. Who else left them? No, I think that's it. Like imagine they had like Henderson, Guéhi, Lacroix, Richards, Mitchell, Munoz, Wharton, let's just say Kamada, and then Eze, Elise, Mateta. I think that was what their starting lineup was like 2 seasons ago. Yeah, that was... What a team. No wonder they won the FA Cup last season. Absolutely superb. and obviously could win the Conference League this season, and won the Community Shield earlier on this season as well. It's been such a successful period for Palace, and I'm sure they will miss Glasner, but if they can get Iriola in, I think that's an unbelievable replacement, like genuinely incredible. The fact that Iriola, for me, is good enough to manage some of the biggest clubs in world football, and the fact that Palace could potentially be getting him, that would be ridiculous. Bloody hell, the Stockport striker he's playing as a centre-back, that was an unbelievable goal. They're just showing it on Sky. It was deflected, but it was a scissor kick. That's a ridiculous goal. What's this? Is this the Celtic game? Yeah, it is. Oh, Motherwell, oh my God, what is that for a goalkeeping error? Bloody hell. Why Motherwell not... That's not Motherwell's home kit. Why are they playing in their away kit at home? Who knows? And then obviously Hearts are winning. Oh yeah, Hearts could win the title tonight. Oh, what a mess of a goal that is. Bloody hell. I'd say they'd be fine for top 4 spot easily. You think? No, but they had that... Where did they finish? Well, no, to be fair, they had Roy Hodgson for most... Yeah, if they had their 23-24 team towards the end of the season... Like, I might try and find it quickly while it's still half-time. Palace's team, when Palace beat us 4-0 2 seasons ago... Let me have a look. Etihad, Palace 4-0. Like, their starting lineup that day... Okay, actually, it was a little bit different, to be fair. Oh, yeah, because they didn't have Lacroix, did they? They had... they had Anderson. Joachim Anderson. But yeah, they had Henderson, Richards, Anderson, Klein, Mitchell, Munoz, Wharton, Hughes, Elise, Eze, Mateta. Like, if you put Gahey in for Klein, maybe Lacroix for Anderson, and then... that's a ridiculous team, genuinely. They finished 10th as well, but Glasner was only in for the last few months. If Glasner was in for the whole season, I actually agree, they'd probably be fighting for top 4. Because that team was that good, genuinely. For like the last 6 games of that season, they were the best team in the league. They won like their last 6 games of the season. They were unbelievable. Yeah, and they've still got a good team now. I mean, it's not as good, but this is what happens when you've got a lot of good players. The big 6 just buy them, man. It's sad. It's sad, but unfortunately, that is the reality. Like Gahey going to Man City, could have gone to Liverpool as well in the summer. Eze going to Arsenal, Elise going to Bayern Munich. It's always going to happen. I'm surprised Anderson went to Fulham, to be fair. I thought that was pretty surprising, but yeah. Yeah, the rain is coming down here in Manchester. Yeah, I think if City were to win 3-0, that'd be a very successful night because they'll have a better goal difference than Arsenal. And obviously this is City's game in hand as well. Yeah, all the Palace players out early. The City players still to emerge from the tunnel. Even beginning of this season, they were unbeaten for the longest period. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they didn't lose their first game till like October. And that was like a last-minute goal for... I think it was Everton who did it. Yeah, they went on like a 20-game unbeaten run. Like they're a brilliant team, Palace. But it's funny, like last season, at the start of last season, 24-25, Palace didn't win like their first league game until the end of October. So like it's weird. It's really weird. But no, for pretty much the whole of Oliver Glasner's tenure, Palace have been fantastic. It's going to be interesting to see what life is without him. Wonder where Glasner will go. Will he go straight? There must be a reason why he's leaving. Maybe just wants a new challenge, but he must have something lined up then. We'll have to wait and see. But anyway, the second half is about to get underway at the Etihad. Phil Foden, the star of the show in the first half, will get us underway. And we are underway here at the Etihad for the second half. Manchester City 2, Crystal Palace 0. I personally think City have got the points wrapped up already. But let's see if Palace can cause a little bit of chaos in this second 45. But I would fully expect City to get the job to get the job done from this point. They're already looking for a third here, City. Richards headers it away. And then Palace clear the danger. Honestly, both of City's goals, like the build-up was unbelievable. Genuinely. Like the Guardiola lofted pass impressed me. Obviously the Foden back heel, but like the fact that the Gvardiol lofted pass went straight to Phil Foden, like that was a joke. Oh, Ainuri just about keeps it in. He's done well there. Is that a foul? That is a foul from Chris. I thought that was a little bit harsh, to be honest. I didn't think that was a foul from Richards, but the referee's given it. Here's Gahey. Yeah, I thought, I mean, I didn't think Gahey was going to sign a new deal at Palace, but I thought he would have waited till the end of the season to get a move. But yeah. And to be fair, look, I mean, Glasner announced he was leaving in like January, wasn't he? And I think it was mostly to do with the Mark Gahey situation. Yeah, I mean, he announced he was leaving. I think, like, he announced he was leaving on the Friday. On the Saturday, Palace had a game. I think they lost to, like, who was it? Like, Sunderland or someone like that. It was in January. Because they just come off the back of getting knocked out of the FA Cup by Macclesfield. So yeah, no wonder Glasner was fuming. So no wonder he wanted to leave. But yeah, they said he was leaving on the Friday. Saturday they lost, and Saturday night he criticised the higher ups. And then Sunday, it looked like he was going to be sacked on the Sunday, but they decided they were going to keep him. Yeah. Surely there's no way he stays, right? I know he's already said he's leaving, but could he do a U-turn? Because I thought Palace would have probably appointed a manager by now, just like Bournemouth have done. Pep Guardiola has never gone successive seasons without winning a league title in his managerial career. This could be the first. But to be fair, it's not surprising. He's managed 3 of the biggest clubs in world football, Barcelona, Bayern Munich. Oh, and Man City as well, sorry. But no, yeah, I mean, that's not a surprising stat, to be honest with you. Foden wins the header. Lacroix headers it across. Nunes should deal with it. He hasn't really, to be fair. Palace have got it with Jefferson Lerma. Man City never take corners and set pieces like other teams, which I think cost them more goals. This has been the season with the most set pieces as well. Having a good routine could help City really. I think that's a really good point. I barely see City score City never score from set pieces, and they always decide to go short, don't they? Yeah, I mean, yeah, because this season has been, I wouldn't say dominated by set pieces, but obviously you see that Arsenal score goals from set pieces pretty much, well, most games. Long throws have been a big part of the Premier League this season, particularly for Brentford. It feels like every game we see at least 5 long throws. And sometimes they'll rarely work, but like they just do it because like it's basically like a cross, but obviously there's not as much pace on it. But if you've got a player who could take a long throw, absolutely utilise it, because it is quite a big part of the Premier League now, long throws. But yeah, genuinely, yeah, true. This has been the season where the most set-piece goals have been scored. So I think, who knows, if City... I mean, I just don't think Pep likes that type of football. Like, because that's what Arsenal do, isn't it? Arsenal, not every game, but there'll be games where Arsenal rely on set-pieces to score goals. Like they scored when they played Chelsea at home a few months ago. When they played Chelsea at home a few months ago, Arsenal scored 2 goals, and both of them were from set-pieces. Chelsea, emoji. Chelsea, what are you talking about? Oh, are you talking about Iriola? Glasner? I don't know. Yeah, my dad's just put in the chat Chelsea with the eyes emoji. Corner for City. Let's see if they can score here. Nuri whips it in and it's headed away. Yeah, I rarely see City score from set pieces. But to be fair, when you've got that much attacking talent, it's not really surprising that they don't score a lot from set pieces. They do have some height, but like, yeah. I wonder how many goals they've actually scored from set pieces this season. It can't be many. To be fair, Haaland's a tank. O'Reilly's very tall. I'd take either. Thing is with Glasner, right? A very good manager. He plays back 3. That's one of the main reasons why I don't want him at United, because he plays a back 3. I mean, maybe if we didn't have Amorim for 14 months, I'd consider Glasner, because obviously the success he's had at Palace. But no, I think Iriola would be a brilliant appointment for Chelsea. Like a really, really good appointment. Here is Guardiola, awful pass, and Richards clears, and City have it back. No chance Glasner goes Chelsea. Reason he's leaving Palace is because they don't let him control the squad. Yeah, the thing is though, what managers are allowed to control the squad nowadays? I mean, managers are barely involved in transfer. That's what I mean. That's why managers these days have the title head coach and not manager, because the manager is involved in like the transfer decisions as well. But head coach is the head coach just focuses on stuff on the pitch. So yeah, it's a difficult one. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. But no, I don't think Chelsea should go for Glasner. That's just what I think. Unless you want to play a back four. But to be fair, Glasner can play a back four. He has said in the past that his favourite formation is 4-4-2, but he just bases it on what profile of players they have. What's happened here? Oh, that was not the best of challenges from Mitchell and Savinho. I think Mitchell's been booked for that. With City playing FA Cup final this weekend, I think they can't get a result against Bournemouth. Bournemouth have a 10-day rest and City have 72 hours. Yeah, that's a big problem for City. I actually don't think they beat Bournemouth either. Bournemouth might have to win. If Bournemouth win that game, they've confirmed Europe. Yeah. And Bournemouth are literally... I'm really curious to see what the Premier League table is since Bournemouth last lost the Premier League game. They must be like top 2 or 3. They don't lose. But problem is they draw a lot. They've drawn like 16 games this season, Bournemouth. I think their stats in the Premier League are 12 wins, 16 draws and 7 defeats. Actually, no, I think it's 13 wins because they beat Fulham, didn't they? 13 wins, 16 draws, but only 7 defeats. Man United have lost 7 games. Liverpool have lost 11. Villa have lost 11. City have lost 5. Arsenal have lost 5 or 4. No, 5. Yeah, so it just shows you how well Iriola's done. Iriola would be perfect for Chelsea. Bournemouth's entire squad is built around young players. Yeah, that's what I mean. I think Iriola would be fantastic for Chelsea. I think he'd be fantastic for United as well. I'm really excited to see where Iriola goes. I think if he just went back to like Bilbao, because obviously he spent most of his playing career at Athletic Bilbao, but they've got their new manager, haven't they? Edin Terzic, who used to manage Dortmund. Managed them in the Champions League final against Real Madrid. But the thing is with Chelsea, I do think Chelsea need to move on from the direction they're heading in terms of just buying young players. You've got to have experience. No matter how good the young players are, you've got to have experience. You've got to have experienced Premier League players. Like these young fellas could be good in the future. Of course they could. Like, I'm a massive fan of Esteval. Like, a massive fan of Esteval. I think he's fantastic. But is he the finished article right now? No, he's not. You're just hoping that he's going to be good in the next few years. You've got to start... Like, don't get me wrong. You've got experience with, like, the likes of Reece James, Enzo Fernandez, Moises Caicedo, Cole Palmer, like, Marc Cucurella. You've got a very good spine of experienced players. But, like, the others, like, your defence is very young, like Colwill, Hato, Achimpong, Fofana. Like, these are all young players. This could be a chance for Palace. It's Lerma, and just it came to nothing. I remember seeing them in 15th in like December or something like that. They're now in 6th. Major props to them. Such a great team. Yeah, Bournemouth are brilliant. They're absolutely brilliant. Like, it's mental. They went, I think it was 11 games without a win. Or 11 or 12 games without a win, and then since their last loss to Arsenal in January, they haven't lost. It's literally been like... It's weird, because first few months of the season, August to the end of October, they were brilliant. At one point, like, in the first few months, they were second in the league. Like, he was doing brilliant. And then, I don't know how, but they went like 11 or 12 games without a win. And then when they won against Tottenham, which was their first game that they won since, like, the end of October... That win against Tottenham has completely changed them. Like, genuinely, completely changed them. Who knows if they didn't get... Because, funnily enough, they scored a late winner in that game. Guess who scored a late winner? Antoine Semenyo on his final kick of the ball in a Bournemouth shirt. So you could argue Semenyo's the reason why this Bournemouth run has started, because they won that game, and since then they haven't lost. But no, obviously it's not down to Semenyo, but he's the reason why they got their first win in so long. Yeah, they're a fantastic team. I think Bournemouth will be just fine as well next. Well, I would be a little bit concerned with them being in Europe and obviously having to juggle 2 competitions. Especially if it's Champions League. Yeah, I've said it. There we go. Tick that off the bingo list. Imagine Bournemouth playing Champions League football next season. Yeah, Marco Rose, he's managed at Dortmund, he's managed at Leipzig. I think it's a good appointment. I don't know if he'll be as good as Iriola. We'll have to wait and see. Obviously, he's got no Premier League experience, but neither did Iriola, and look how he did. Or look how he's doing, yeah. We saw how experience matters when Yamal just tried to score instead of keeping the ball. Those small moments require experience, which Chelsea lack a lot. Exactly, 100%. And look, I'm not against signing young players. I think it's a very good approach. But like, when that's pretty much all Chelsea do. When was the last time Chelsea signed a player who is like experienced, like a genuinely experienced player? Because like the signings they made in the summer, like Liam Delap is young, Jamie Gittins is young, Esteval's young, Garnacho's young. Like, who else did they sign? I genuinely cannot remember the last time Chelsea signed a player who is like experienced. Let me have a look. Chelsea recent signings. Like, it's been quite a while. Yeah, transfers. So they signed. Like, look at some of these signings. Like Garnacho. How old is Garnacho? Garnacho's 21. Hato is 20. Gittins is 21. João Pedro is semi-experienced, but he's still 24, which is quite young. Mamadou Sarr is 20. Liam Delap is 23. Dario Asugo is 21. Like, it's so many young players. You've got to get some experience in there. Since Caicedo, have Chelsea actually signed an experienced player? I don't think they have. I honestly don't think they have. Like, you can keep with your model signing young players whilst adding experience into the team. But I must say, if Chelsea, I mean, it's either whether it's Iriola, Xabi Alonso. I think Xabi Alonso would be a very good appointment. But then again, he played a back three at Leverkusen. Do you want to play back three at Chelsea? I don't know. City are making a couple of changes here, which is understandable, because the game's pretty much wrapped up already, if I'm being brutally honest. Jeremy Doku is on. He's been in fine form lately. Nathan Ake is also on. Yeah, Doku on for Gvardiol and Ake on for Nunes. Evening, mate. Hope all was good. Love from Dublin. Shane, good to see you again, pal. Semenyo, I tried to control it, just didn't. But yeah, hope you're well. Hope you're well too, mate. Doku and Silva both going for the same ball there. Yeah, it's gone back to Aït-Nouri. But yeah, Dad, obviously you're a Chelsea fan. Who would you rather, Xabi Alonso or Iriola? Because I think both would suit Chelsea to a T. I mean, it may be Iriola more because of the young players, which is what he's done so well with Bournemouth at. But Xabi Alonso, like, it's a big name. It's a big name. And I think the way that his Real Madrid tenure, like, it's funny, people acting like he was bad at Madrid. He still had a 71% win percentage. I know it's at Real Madrid and he's going to win games, but people acting like he did bad there. It was literally down to, City, got to score. What's going on here? That was such a good move again, but they just couldn't find the back of the net. Here's Doku. Marmoush shot and it's wide. But yeah, I think, I don't know, Xabi Alonso, Iriola. I think based on Chelsea's current model, I think Iriola would probably be a better fit. But I think Xabi Alonso would be a very good appointment as well, 100%. Yeah, I don't want Alonso, if I'm honest, if I could choose. Really? Well, you don't want Alonso at all? That surprises me. As he did, he was unbelievable at Bayer Leverkusen. And people need to stop with this narrative that he was bad at Madrid. He wasn't. The reason it didn't work out at Madrid is because do you know what? I'm going to make a video about Real Madrid because they are in... I'm not going to say... Are they in crisis? Maybe not crisis, but the stuff that's going on in Madrid right now is laughable. Considering, for me, they're probably the biggest club in world football. They're a joke at the moment. Right, all quickly changes. Strand Larsen for Mateta, Wharton for Hughes, Sarr for Pino. Yeah, I don't mind that from Glasner. I mean, maybe it's a little bit too late, the fact they're already 2-0 down, but you're not going to make changes in the first half. Alonso over Iriola all day, not even close. I think Alonso's a better manager, but I don't think he's a better fit. I think Iriola's a better fit for Chelsea. That's just what I think. But yeah, Xabi Alonso in the Premier League, I think he'd be very good. I can't believe Liverpool are not going for him. The fact they're going to stick with Arne Slot, like they've almost lost. They've lost 19 games in all competitions. Got embarrassed in the Champions League. Got embarrassed in the FA Cup. They're one of in terms of the expectation. They're probably they will go down as one of the worst Premier League champions ever. Not like in terms of hang on, Strand Larsen could have a chance here. Strand Larsen, and it's into the hands of Donnarumma. But yeah, I can't believe that. Because I guarantee you now, if Liverpool got rid of Slot, they'd go for Xabi Alonso would go. If they offered Xabi Alonso the job, he'd take it like that. He's played for Liverpool before. Like I can't believe that it's going to stick with Slot. Like if I was a Liverpool fan, I'd be furious. Slot should have gone in like November. I don't care that he won the league last season. If Liverpool didn't have Mohamed Salah last season, they don't win the league. Genuinely. I don't even think they were that good. I think they were good, obviously, because they won the league. You can't win the league and not be a good team. But Salah was pretty much the main reason as to why they were so good. Like he got what, like bloody almost 50 goal contributions in a Premier League season. People think Xabi Alonso wasn't bad at Madrid, but he just couldn't handle the ego of Madrid players. People forget he was unbeaten the whole Bundesliga season, 49 games. He has the quality. Absolutely has the quality. He wasn't bad at Madrid at all. Like I'm gonna check his stats at Madrid. Xabi Alonso at Madrid, he was only there from June 2025 to January 2026. 24 wins, 4 draws, 6 defeats. That's 24 wins in 34 games. Like that's the fact he got sacked because of that. No, don't get me wrong. I know they just lost the Supercopa de España final to Barcelona, but that's not Xabi Alonso's fault. Like I think when he was at Madrid, apparently he said a quote that said, "I didn't know I came here to coach little children." That's what Madrid are. That Madrid squad is full of little children. Their egos are incredible. Don't get me wrong. I know when you've got obviously Jude Bellingham, Kylian Mbappe, Vinicius Jr. Those 3 players have probably got the right to have egos. But there are some others in that Madrid team who are really not as good as they think they are. As I said, I'm going to make a video about Madrid. Well, they're getting Jose Mourinho, aren't they? That is going to be box office, I'm telling you now. Like, that Madrid dressing room is in an absolute state. And to be fair, I actually think it makes sense, Jose going back there. Because he won't take any of that shit. Absolutely not. He will demand respect. And if you don't respect one of the greatest managers in the history of football, in Jose Mourinho, you're gone. It doesn't matter who you are, really. Whether you're Mbappe, whether you're Vinicius, whether you're Bellingham, don't matter. I feel like we need a manager that doesn't want to be friends with the players. We need a manager that demands respect, and I think Alonso doesn't have that presence yet. I mean, based on his time in Madrid, yeah. But Dad, this is what I mean. But this is why I don't understand why you don't want Jose. No, I'm not even doing it to wind you up. What you've just said there, I feel like we need a manager that doesn't want to be friends with the players. We need a manager that demands respect. That is literally Jose Mourinho. That's why he's going to Madrid, to sort out that shambles of a dressing room. And I know his football's a little bit outdated, but even this season, he's at Benfica. He's going to go invincible. They're not going to win the league because they've drawn too many games. But still, going invincible is very difficult to do. Like, he's only 1 game away from doing so. But would you say that Iriola's got the presence? Because if you're saying that Xabi Alonso doesn't, I don't think Iriola does. Or maybe he does. I don't know. I think it's a mess at Chelsea. I think it's a mess at Madrid. I think it's a mess at Chelsea. I'll definitely be making a video on Madrid in the next few days because there's so much to talk about in that. Adam Wharton already making good chances. He should have started. He brings so much in the midfield at both ends. He is going to be in high demand this summer. Wharton. He's ridiculous. Like, genuinely a ridiculous player. Liverpool linked with him. Definitely take him at United. I feel like it'll either be Liverpool or Man United, to be honest. I can't really think of who else is going to try and get him. Don't think he'd go Chelsea. Definitely not going to go Tottenham. Man City? Arsenal? I don't know. No, I honestly think it'll either stay at Palace if they get especially if they're playing Europa League. Maybe either Liverpool or Man United. Would love to see Mourinho back in the Premier League. Yeah, he's going Madrid now, isn't he? But yeah, it's funny because when Jose was at Fenerbahce, like a few months into his tenure there, they played us in the Europa League, and in his post-match or press conference, he said, "When I leave Fenerbahce, I'm going to go to a club that doesn't play UEFA competitions." And then he said, "So if any Premier League club needs a manager in 2 years, I'll be ready." Like, I'd love to see Jose Mourinho go to like one of the lesser teams in the Prem just to see how he would do. Someone like Like a Crystal Palace, genuinely like a Crystal Palace. Yeah, maybe like I don't know who else is there. I know they're not really like lower in the league, but Everton. But no, but these are examples of teams that don't play UEFA competition. Well, Palace are, but Everton aren't. Is there anyone else? I would have said West Ham, but they could get relegated. Or they might get relegated. Yeah, it's a difficult one. Was never going to work in Madrid. He's a coach and that team was full of egos. They weren't listening to his tactics. Look at what Bale said. You need to be a man manager and let them figure it out. That is exactly why, like genuinely exactly why Carlo Ancelotti was successful. Not because he didn't have tactics or anything like that, but he just let the players do what they want. I feel like when you're... I feel like this is the case at like the big clubs. And I include my club in this as well, because we're one of the biggest clubs in the world as well. When you're at one of the biggest clubs in the world, I know that's not been the case for United, but like it used to be, obviously. Like Sir Alex Ferguson, I don't think Sir Alex Ferguson didn't need to do that much tactically, because when the players were that good, when the players are that good, you don't want to give them too many tactics. That's what I mean. Carlo Ancelotti, obviously there were of course, every single team has tactics, of course they do. But I feel like at the bigger clubs, you don't have as much, because simply when you're that good, when you've got players with that level of ability, I don't necessarily think that you need to have one of the best tactical managers in the world. That's just what I think, and that is exactly why Alonso failed. I actually thought Alonso was going to be a very good fit, but ultimately he's a very tactical manager. And it's not going to work at Madrid. That's why I think Jose will do well. I mean, Jose's been at Madrid before anyway. I know that was quite a while back, but I can't wait to see how he does. I imagine we play them next season in the Champions League. Jose coming back to Old Trafford. Well, looks like it's going to be Carrick then. Yeah, I saw a post from Fabrizio Romano saying that it's very likely it will be Carrick. Look, I can totally understand why our fan base... well, Shane, you're a United fan. What do you think? Do you want Carrick? I don't mind, to be honest. I didn't mind if he got the job or he didn't. Thing is, there isn't really a lot of managers out there right now. You've got Iriola, who I definitely would have taken. Xabi Alonso's a very good manager, but I just think with the history he's got with Liverpool, I don't really want him. Same reason why I didn't want Maresca... Because obviously, pretty much, when Amorim got sacked, on the same day, Enzo Maresca was the favourite to be our next manager. Like, yeah, I mean, it's not going to happen because he's going to wait for the City job, but yeah, I don't know, man. Jose's perfect for this team. There's no manager who can actually handle this situation at Madrid. He can handle the ego and bring discipline there. Exactly. He's going to do well there, Jose. I'm not going to say he's going to win the Champions League every year, but how long will he be there, though? Because Jose in recent years has not been like a long-term manager, has he? He's only been at Benfica since September. He was only at Fenerbahce for just over a year. He wasn't to be fair, he was at Roma for like 2.5 years. Yeah. He was at Tottenham for about 18 months. Yeah, Jose's not really like... He used to be, but he's not like a long-term manager right now. But maybe that's what Madrid need. Just someone to come in straight away. When is your watch-along? What watch-along? What are you talking about there, mate? I haven't got a watch-along tomorrow, no. No, because there's no games on. Well, again, Bradford-Bolton, but I'm not doing a watch-along for that. But yeah, I've got a day off from watch-alongs tomorrow, but I'll be back on Friday for Aston Villa against Liverpool from 7:45. And then the FA Cup final on Saturday. And then on Sunday, a double watch-along. Man United Forest at 12:30, Newcastle West Ham at 5:30. Looking forward to that. I'd rather a bigger name. Yeah, I completely get that. But the thing is, what bigger name is out there right now? Look, the dream is Luis Enrique. 100%. But he's going to sign a new deal with PSG. And can you blame him? No, not really. I can't blame him. I mean, he's building an absolute dynasty at PSG. Could potentially be winning the Champions League for the second year in a row. Why would he want to leave? And don't get me wrong, obviously, Man United in the Champions League, it's a very attractive job. But I can totally I mean, Thing is, right, I see this narrative. Well, I see this. Well, yeah, I think it is a narrative that because we're Man United, we should just go out there and just throw everything to try and get Luis Enrique. It doesn't work like that. It does not work like. I don't think it works like that. I mean, I guess you never know until you try. But like we are not the club we. It's fine to admit it. I'm okay with admitting it myself. We are not the club we used to be. Can we get back to those heights under Fergie? Of course we can. Absolutely we can. And I think we will, because I think we're too big of a club to be like this for too much longer, really. I don't think it'll be too long until we start competing for titles. Although saying that, I don't think Carrick is the man who's going to get us to a title. I think Carrick can definitely win us a cup and get us in the Champions League every year. I think right now that's probably his ceiling. But, again, could he prove me wrong? Absolutely. I'm not saying I don't want him to job, but that's what I think his ceiling is at this moment in time. But that could change. Thing is with this though, the pressure is on him like that. If he starts badly, I wonder how long the contract's going to be. We only gave Amorim a 2.5-year deal, and people are like, "Why is he only getting a 2.5-year deal? United are an absolute mess. He needs more time." Well, he didn't even last half of the contract. 2.5 years is 30 months, isn't it? He lasted 14. So he didn't even last half of that contract. So, yeah, I've seen a few people say 1-year deal, which I think is ridiculous. You can't give a Man United manager a 1-year deal. I wouldn't mind maybe a 1-year deal plus an extension for another year. But what I think they'll do, I think they'll give him a 2-year deal plus an extension for a third, option for a third year. I think that made the most sense. He'll crush it at Madrid. Wouldn't be surprised if they win everything. He's cinema. The players would have so much confidence. I genuinely cannot wait to see how he does. Like, honestly, I can't wait. I feel like we need Jose Mourinho back in. Don't get me wrong. I do actually respect what Jose's done. He's gone to team not some of the biggest clubs in the world. I mean, Spurs. Well, Spurs are they're top 6. They're biggest. They're in the biggest 6 clubs in England, but in the world, probably not top 10. But no, they're still a big club, Spurs, absolutely. But what I mean is like Roma, Galatasaray, Benfica. These are big clubs, but in terms of like the top level of football, in terms of club sizes, those 3 that I've just mentioned, Fenerbahce, Roma, and Benfica, they wouldn't be up there. They might be in the top. Will they be in the top 20? Maybe sneak in, but yeah. But I actually respect what Jose's done. That's not what Pep's done. Pep's done the complete opposite. He just goes to the biggest clubs all the time. Which again, why wouldn't he? But I do respect what Jose's done. But I think him going to Real Madrid, I'm here for it, man. It's going to be great. And don't get me wrong, I'd love to see him back in the Premier League one day. But the next best thing is going to the biggest club in world football, Real Madrid. I think the signing United need a fullback. So I think the current ones are not good enough to challenge for the title for an entire season. Then they need a strong defensive midfielder like Anderson or even Wharton. Oh my God, Donnarumma's claimed the ball. Oh, it's a miracle. He actually claimed the football. He catched the ball, ladies and gentlemen. Because every time there's a corner, every time City have to defend the corner, he either punches it, or he just doesn't claim, or he'll just miss the ball. Like he's so bad at claiming crosses, but there we go, he did it there. Fullbacks. Well, I did a video about what my Man United starting 11 would be for next season. It's on my channel. Go and check it out if you haven't already. But I don't want to spoil it too much. But I did keep one of our current fullbacks in that 11 because what we've got to realise, right? We are not going to sign every position. We're not going to sign. That's brilliant. Get his statue up. He deserves it for that catch. I know, mate. It's a miracle. That caught me off guard. That's brilliant. Get that statue up. Yeah, genuinely. I mean, don't get me wrong. Donnarumma, in terms of shot stopping, one of the best in the world. Arguably, well, maybe not the best, but definitely up there. But in terms of cross claiming, considering the fact he's like 6'6", I've said it since the day he joined. He's 6'6", and he's never been dominant from corners or crosses coming in. He never claims just catch the ball. That's not how you catch, but like I just clapped. But yeah, like just catch the ball, man. Come on. But yeah, it's a miracle. He's done it. Nothing has happened in this second half, really. I've just been looking at the chat. But yeah, thank you guys for being active in the chat. Don't forget, guys, to like and subscribe. Well, like the stream, subscribe to the channel. I really do appreciate it. Got to be Dorgu. He's actually good at him. Well, the thing is, no, it wasn't actually. It wasn't Dorgu. I had Dorgu on my bench. I don't want to spoil it too much for those of you who actually want to watch the video, but The reason our Dorgu on the bench and not a left back is purely because apparently we see him as a left winger now, which I think is just ridiculous. We bought him for Amrim's system as a left wing back. Then he played as a right winger. Then he played as a left wing. I think Dorgu's only played at left back for us once, and that was against Brighton in the FA Cup. Like, what is his best? But for me, his best position is left back. I really do think he's not a left winger. He's not a good enough footballer to be a left winger, in my opinion. Can he get better? Of course he can. And don't get me wrong, the goals he scored against City and Arsenal and Newcastle, fantastic. And he's had a very good season. But if we want to challenge for the Premier League and the Champions League, which of course we're Man United, we can do that. Players, the Dorgu can't be the starting left winger. Yeah. Dorgu is a good player, but no, I actually kept Dalot in. I genuinely, this narrative around Dalot, it's so frustrating. People think he's shit. He's not. He's a good player, man. He's never. I think to say he never puts a foot wrong, but he never makes like an error leading to goal. Dalot, I don't think. When was the last time he made like an actual error leading to goal? He does. Like Shane, if you're still here, like, what do you think of Dalot? Do you rate him? Because I actually rate him, to be fair. I don't think our fan base do at well. Most of our fan base don't at all. Don't get me wrong, he does have a bozo moment in him. He's got the bozo gene. But I actually think overall he's quite a good right back. And I actually put him in my starting lineup. Dalot is awful. Yeah, and so he's not though. This is what I mean. I knew you were going to say that. I know you're a City fan, but obviously you can have like unbiased opinions as well. But no, he's not though. He's genuinely a good player. I feel like people need to start realising it, man. What a terrible pass from Semenyo. No, I'm not having it. Dalot is a good player. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying he's world class or anything. I think he's a good player. The reason I had him in is because he's always available. He's very reliable. I think he's passionate. This is what I mean. Loads of what I think our players. I'm not just saying this season, because maybe not this season, but previous seasons. None of them give a shit. Like, Dalot actually gives a fuck. Sorry, I'm not going to swear anymore. But yeah, Dalot actually cares. Dalot cares, and. Look, he might not be the best player technically. I think he has got good technical ability. I think he's very good at carrying the ball. I think terrible pass from Sarr. I think he's very good at carrying the ball. I think his passing could be better. His crossing's good. Yeah, but that's what I mean. But I did stress that point in my video. If we were to sign a right back this summer, I wouldn't complain. They're not going to though. I think Carrick's a big fan of Dalot. I think the club are as well. He's been here for quite a while as well. If Arsenal win the title, which they probably win, do you think Raya deserves the Player of the Year, putting the United bias aside? That is a very good question. I'm going to say this now. I hate the idea that the Premier League Player of the Year could be a goalkeeper. I've said it. I think Raya is unbelievable, like genuinely unbelievable. Top goalkeeper. I'd probably say, apart from Courtois, I'd say Courtois is the best in the world, then it's Raya. I think Raya's better than Donnarumma. But I can't, that doesn't sit right with me. A goalkeeper winning Player of the Year. This is what I mean. Goalkeepers, like when it comes to the Ballon d'Or, there's a reason why goalkeepers never get recognition in the Ballon d'Or. Or they rarely do. Because they have their separate award. They've got the Yashin Award. That's like the Ballon d'Or for the goalkeepers. Like bloody Emi Martinez wins it every year, though. That's the issue. But no, as good as Raya's been, and look, if he wins the Premier League Player of the Year, if Arsenal win the league, I wouldn't complain about it because ultimately he has been absolutely incredible. I just hate the idea that a goalkeeper could win. Goalkeepers should know. Look, goalkeepers are brilliant. It's probably the most pressurised position on the pitch, but the goalkeeper can't win Premier League Player of the Year. I don't think. I'm not even saying it to be biased. Ivan Bruno should win it, but then again, the factors that depend on that is whether he wins the golden boot. Bloody hell, he's only scored 8 all season. Whether he breaks the assist record, he'll win the Playmaker Award for most assists. Whether he breaks the assist record, and whether Arsenal do actually win the league. But I feel like just because Arsenal might win the league doesn't mean their players should win it. Like if it's not, I must say. I think Saliba has been one of the most Oh, Donnarumma, what a terrible pass. This could be a chance for Palace. It's Kamada. Oh, Kovacic. What's happened? Oh, he's given a yellow to Kamada. He's dived, apparently. Oh, I don't know about that. What? He's not. Is he complaining? He's smiling about it. I don't know about that. Let me see the replay. Now, if I'm being honest, look, if Rye wins it, fair enough. I just don't like the idea of a goalkeeper winning it. I would still say Bruno. Maybe the United bias is the reason why. But if Bruno doesn't win it, though, I'm not going to sit here and cry about it. No, because ultimately, I don't think that's a dive. Is that a dive? Maybe it's not enough for a penalty, but that's definitely not a dive in my opinion. There's definitely contact. Very harsh there. Not a penalty, but not a dive, I think. You think he's good enough to take you to the next level? He's a mid-table player. No, to be honest, no. But I'm also realistic. What is the next level for us? Is the next level competing? We're not going to... Can I be honest? We're not going to compete next season for the league. We're not. Because... Not because we're... This is the thing with United. Like, if we have a good summer transfer window, I genuinely think we can compete for the title. I know it sounds crazy, but we're third this season. Liverpool next season are going to have Arne Slot. We don't know what manager Chelsea are going to have. City could... I mean, again, I know City will be up there again, but City might have... Pep might not be there. Pep might not be there. Obviously, Arsenal will be up there again, Arteta. I just... I don't know, man. It's difficult. But again, an English manager has never won the Premier League. So I'm hoping Carrick can be the first. I mean, Ineos will not... Well, yeah, Ineos and the likes of Barada and Wilcox, they want us to win the Premier League by 2028. Well, in 2028, because that's our 150-year anniversary of Man United. They've actually called it Project 150. But look... It could happen. Maybe next season is the season we challenge, and then the season after is when we win the league. And maybe putting Dalot in... No, but I'm putting... To be fair, that video I did wasn't what I think the club... I mean, that's what I would do. Genuinely, I do not mind if they replace Dalot. I'm here for it. I really am. Strand Larsen? Oh, he's got to do better. He's got to do better. Donnarumma is so ass. Donnarumma is so ass. Trafford sitting on the bench, he's so much better. I think Donnarumma is a brilliant shot stopper, but it feels like City fans are starting to see the light with him in terms of his cross-claiming. His cross-claiming is terrible. His distribution is awful, like genuinely awful. For one of the more I think about it, I can kind of see why Enrique replaced him. When PSG replaced Donnarumma, I was gobsmacked, genuinely, because of how good Donnarumma was. Because obviously his shot stopping last season was incredible. But that's the problem. Amazing shot stopper. Is he good at any other goalkeeping department? Chance for City. This could be free. And it is 3-0. And it's Savinho. Savinho scored. He hasn't scored for a while. Yeah, not much has happened in this second half, but I mean, it was game over anyway, but Man City have secured the 3 points, and with this goal, their goal difference is now better than Arsenal's. Again, it might not matter, because obviously if Arsenal win their last 2 games, they win the league. But yeah, 3-0 to City, game, set, and match. How do you feel about the idea of having Dalot facing the likes of Diaz and Kvaratskhelia next season? Might need to do that video again. No, yeah, not ideal. But the thing is, what right back are we going to get? Like Coyote from Brentford? But what about Coyote against the likes of Diaz and Kvara? Oh, is that a Cherky assist? No ways he carried the ball all the way there. I was looking at the chat. Excuse me. Oh, he has as well. I mean, no one was tackling him. Chris Richards with one of the worst offside traps I've ever seen. Yeah, Cherky just gets there ahead of the slide in Adam Wharton. I mean, no one was really around Cherky. No one really wanted to tackle him. Savinho makes a very good run ahead of Mitchell, puts it in. Quite a simple finish, really. But yeah, Cherky's brilliant, man. He's a great player. But yeah, maybe thinking about, look, the only reason I put Dalot in is because that's what I mean. Like, again, don't want to spoil it too much, but yeah, Pep's loving it. Centre-backs, next season, I have Martinez and Maguire. It's the same centre-backs as this season. So maybe, yeah, Maguire against Maguire against Dembele. But what I also considered in my video, I didn't just... Obviously, it was my team, but I was also realistic. I don't think we're going to sign a centre-back or a right-back in the summer. I might be wrong, but I don't think we will. I think the club are happy with Dalot, and to be fair, the centre-backs we've got, Martinez, Maguire, De Ligt, Yoro and Heaven, there is good depth there. Issue is, quite a few of them are injury-prone. Well, De Ligt hasn't played since November. Martinez is very injury-prone. Maguire's injury-prone. Yeah, no, that's all right. Having two injury-prone centre-backs as starters next season. What was I thinking? But now, look, what right back will we get though? I don't know what. That's what I mean. I don't know what right back we could get. You should get that Munoz, massive upgrade. Munoz is a good player, and to be fair, he has actually talked about us in a press conference before, saying I'd love to play for one of the biggest clubs in the world one day, and he mentioned us. He said Real Madrid, Barcelona, Man United. My issue with Munoz is he's a very good right wing back. Is he a good right back? He hasn't had to play in a back four formation for ages. Like obviously he was at Genk, wasn't he, before he jumped out? I have no idea if he played in a back four at Genk. But Palace have never played since Munoz joined, Palace have literally just been playing a back three. Or back four, sorry. Yeah, back three, yeah. Bloody hell. So yeah, I don't know, man. I genuinely forgot what I was saying. What was I saying? Oh my god, yeah, I've genuinely forgot what I was saying. Palace. Munoz. Yeah, Munoz. I take him, but I would be very cautious about him because he's not played as a right back for so long. Like, I don't think he's that good defensively. Going forward, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. But defensively, I would be a little bit concerned about him. Cherki should start in the cam position for France at the World Cup. I agree, to be fair. I'm just trying to think who else there is. Mate, France's attack. France are going to win the World Cup. I've said it. I would love to be delusional and say England. I've been more loose to France in the semi-finals. France's attack. There we go. France's attack is disgusting. Cherki probably doesn't even get in the team. It's mad. Mate. Cherki. Well, hang on. Cherki, Mbappe, Elise, Dembele. Like, how are we meant to stop that? Cherki in the 10. It'll be Mbappe on the left, I imagine, and then Elise on the right, Dembele up front. That is one of the best attacks ever. No, it's not. No, but that's a ridiculous attack, and that actually suits every player because I feel like Mbappe's best position is on the left wing, and Dembele is more of a striker now than a right winger. Who would start in the 10 for France? Who would start in the 10 for France? Do we think? I think you'll be Cherki. I can't think of anyone else. Unless Semenyo scores, you've beaten me in the FPL Cup by 2 points. I haven't even checked that, mate. Yeah, I was dominating you, Brady. I was genuinely dominating you, man. But it looks like I'm coming out on top, baby. I'm on 92 points. Haaland is on, right? I've been doing a watch along for this game, and I don't even know if Haaland's not on. For God's sake, how's he not even come on? He's been fully rested for the final. Oh yeah, the FA Cup final. Oh yeah, it's not like, yeah. To be fair, Haaland's got a good record in semi-finals and finals. No, he doesn't. This stat is mental. Look, obviously, Kieran, you're a City fan. Like, how has Haaland not got a goal contribution in any semi-final or final since he joined you lot? I didn't believe that stat at first. I actually checked. I went through each individual semi-final final. It's actually true. It's genuinely true. The fact that he's not got a single goal contribution in a semi-final or a final. Don't get me wrong. Unbelievable striker. Goal scorer, like ridiculous levels. But that's really not good. But it'd be typical Chelsea to be the first ones to concede to him. I think it's between Cherki or Doué. Doué, I forgot about Doué. Yeah, but I think Doué's more of a... Is Doué more of a winger than a 10? I don't know, because obviously PSG don't play with a 10, do they? They play with three flat midfielders. I forgot. Oh, wait, Nuri, what a run. Unlucky. I forgot now. Oh, yeah, Neves, Vitinha, Fabio and Ruiz. Yeah. So Cherki plays as the... No, not Cherki. Why do I keep... No, because, yeah, Doué plays in the front three, yeah. I think Cherki's better than Doué. I love Doué. I think he's... Actually, is he? Oh, I don't know. No, but Doué's playing in an easier league. Would Doué be doing as well or better than Cherki if he was in the Prem? We'll never know. Well, we might know if he ever decides to come to the Prem. How many overall points you all on for FPL? Right now, as it stands, I'm on 92. 92 points. I triple captained Erling Haaland, got me 33 points against Brentford. Hasn't even come on today, but good thing is, because City are very likely going to keep a clean sheet, Donnarumma has got me 6 points in both games. He got me 9 points against Brentford and 6 points tonight. 92 points with the triple captain. That is good. Usually super tight scorelines in finals, just been unlucky, I guess. Yeah, I don't know, man. Oh, surely Palace. Oh, maybe not. The pass, it's not good, is it? What an awful pass from Strand Larsen. Yeah, 5 added minutes at the end of this game. I mean, second half, I'm not going to say but I've watched it, but like, I've been looking at the chat as well. But yeah, it's been very comfortable for City. My 2-0 prediction's gone, but I'm still milking the fact that I predicted 2-0 and Semenyo and Marmoush goals. It's so close. Bloody Savinho just had to ruin the fun, didn't he? Here's Doku, now Kovacic. Yeah, there's been changes in this game which I forgot to tell you guys about. Cherky came on for Marmoush and obviously got an assist. Kovacic came on for Bernardo Silva. Nathaniel Klein came on for Daniel Munoz. And then John Stones came on for Phil Foden. Or just before the City double change, Kamada came on for Johnson. Their depth in the attack, bloody yeah. Why can't I speak? I do this every time. The depth in their attack is also crazy. Duo, Barcola before injury, Ekitike, even Cherky, man, it's ridiculous. Even their third choice attack would be most countries' best attacks. Or yeah, well, actually, let me rephrase that. Even like France's third choice attack would beat like most nations' best attacks. Like like the depth is crazy. That's why I think they'll win it because of their attack. I know they're saying attacks win you games, defense wins you titles. I get it, but France have got a good defense as well. Saliba, Upamecano, Konate. Who's their left back going to be? Lucas Hernandez maybe, or Teo Hernandez actually. Yeah, right back they've got Gusto. Oh, I forgot about him. Surely France have got a better right back than Gusto, right? I actually rate Gusto, but I don't know. Oh, Barcelona are losing to Deportivo. PSG are about to win the... Yeah, speaking of PSG, they're about to win the league. Stockport are through to the Championship. It's not the Championship. Stockport are through to the League One player final at Wembley. They've beaten Stevenage 2-0 on the night and 3-0 in aggregate. Stevenage actually had more shots and shots on target, bless them. Unlucky. Inter about to win the Coppa Italia. They've beaten Lazio 2-0. Hearts are 3-0 up against Falkirk. Celtic are drawing to Motherwell, which means as it stands, Koundé. Forgot about Koundé. Yes, he'll start. As it stands, Celtic would have to beat Hearts by 3 goals to win the title on the final day. I don't think that's happening. I think Celtic will win, but I don't think they'll win by 3 goals. But you never know. Yeah, got about 2 minutes left of this game. Very comfortable win for City tonight. With this win, their goal difference goes up to plus 43, which is 1 more than Arsenal. But this is what I mean. This is why City needed to win away at Everton. Because could you imagine, right now, both teams would be on 76 points and City would be ahead on goal difference by 1 goal. Like, this title race could have genuinely been one of the best ever. And it still could be. There still could be drama on the final day. But yeah, Semenyo, don't score because otherwise bloody FPL. Aït-Nouri, Doku. Is Doku going to get himself on the score sheet? No, he's not. And it's Cherky. Oh, mate, Cherky's ridiculous, isn't he? How has he done that? That's ridiculous, man. How's he managed to keep the ball and find that pass? He's a joke. He's so technically gifted. So is Aït-Nouri as well. Aït-Nouri's really technically gifted. Kovacic goes across to Semenyo. Please don't score for the FPL. Yeah, I think, France for me win the World Cup. I could have probably saved that. I probably could have avoided saying that until I did my World Cup predictions. Yeah, I'll do a video on my World Cup predictions just before the tournament starts. Looking forward to it. So World Cup, of course I'm bloody looking forward to it. Koundé, Saliba, Upamecano, Teo, probably with Mignon. That's a very good defence as well. Now this team is crazy. He's go deeper. We're cooked. Are you English as well, mate? Because mate, France are gonna. Oh my god, What about their midfield? Is their midfield? They got Tchouaméni, yeah. Kante maybe. Will Kante play? I don't know. No, it's a shame, man. I would have loved to have seen Paul Pogba back at this World Cup. Just hasn't played enough for Monaco since he returned from his ban. Yeah, he's been injured, which is a shame. Imagine France had that defence that you've just said, the attack I said with Kante and Pogba midfield wins the World Cup any day of the week. Like, that is ridiculous. Don't forget, guys, to like the stream, subscribe to the channel. Posted a new video earlier. My Man United 26-27 starting 11. If you want to check that out, it's on my channel. And Donnarumma, claimed by Donnarumma, throws. Oh wow, is Doku going to get there? Oh, he does. He's done brilliantly. Here's Doku. Good tackle from Klein. Oh, wow. Okay, it's just finished here. Full time. Man City 3, Crystal Palace 0. Very comfortable win for City. Goals coming from Marmoush and Semenyo. It was Semenyo and Marmoush in the first half, with Savinho in the second half. And the rain's coming, just like it has been at the Etihad all night. Apparently, Celtic have got a penalty. Where's the game? Where's the Celtic? Oh, it's here. Bloody hell. Right, quick. I'm putting this Celtic game on now. Well, I was going to stay on the live anyway, but yeah. Why is it not working? No, I want to see this penalty. Yeah, Celtic have got a penalty in stoppage time, apparently. Oh my! Apparently it was never a pen as well. Why is it not working? Why is it not working? Why is it not working? Can you guys hear the rain? I might have to shut my windows quickly. Are you actually joking me? It's not. Oh my god! It's not bloody working. Oh, it's not bloody working. Oh well. Let me know if Celtic score, because yeah, oh wow. Right, I'm just gonna quickly shut my windows, guys. Sorry. Bloody rain. Yeah, mate, from London. Oh, nice, mate. Yeah, I was born in London as well. Well. Oh, bloody hell. A window. God. What was I saying? Yeah, well, I was born in Hillingdon, which is near London. Oh, PSG have scored a second. Oh, bloody hell, Rangers have lost again. They lost to Hibernian. Yeah, PSG have scored, made it 2-0. They're going to win the league. Get on Tim's streams. I think it's too late. Let me have a look. Come on. Where? Yeah, oh, they've scored. Yeah, I've just seen. It's Motherwell 2, Celtic 3. I'm just trying to see this handball. Oh, they're showing an image of it. Well, maybe it was my lot are going mad. That is a pen, isn't it? Yeah, I'm just looking at the image. His arm's up here. I might be wrong. Yeah, the left arm was up. Can I just say how big that... Oh, it was Kelechi Iheanacho. Apparently there were Celtic fans on the pitch. Oh, wow. Yeah, Kelechi Iheanacho with the goal. To be fair to Hearts, it is still in their hands. If they avoid defeat against Celtic, they will be champions. But that is... Wow, that is huge. Where do you live now? Oh, I live in Norwich at the moment, mate. Yeah, lived there for about 5 years. Yeah, 5 years. Yeah. I'd be more than happy. I could potentially move back to London one day. I did enjoy living there, but yeah, like in Norwich at the moment. I can watch the bloody City analysis. I can't watch... It doesn't come up with the bloody Celtic game. Oh, well. I think it's done now. That Motherwell player is honestly on the take. Why is his hand on his head? What do you mean honestly on the... What do you mean on the take? I don't know what that's saying. That was such a Ben decision. Can't believe you waste your City FPL pick on Donnarumma. No, I have 3 players. I had Donnarumma, Guéhi and Haaland. Haaland for the goals and Guéhi and Donnarumma for the clean sheets. Could have had Cherki, but... No, but Cherki did... He got an assist, yeah, but he didn't score against Brentford on Saturday, did he? But no, but to be fair, the Donnarumma shouts worked. I've managed to get 12 points from him. Oh, wow. What a moment. What a bloody moment. Oh, now I can watch Motherwell Celtic. Oh, that's all right. Could have bloody watched it before the penalty. Oh, well. Yeah, well done. So, I mean, I want to say well done to Celtic, but maybe they've got a little bit lucky there. But that means the title... I mean, the scenes are incredible. at Fir Park, which is Motherwell's ground. Yeah, fair play to Celtic. Title race goes down to the last day. When is that Celtic Hearts game? Do any of you want to, for God's sake, I can't believe I'm asking this. Do any of you guys want to see me do a watch along on okay. It's on Saturday, Celtic Hearts at 12:30. I am doing a watch along for Chelsea Man City, but I could when the Celtic Hearts game is done, I could literally just go straight into the Chelsea Man City watch along. Haven't decided yet. If you guys wanna see me do a Celtic Hearts watch along, I'm more than happy to do so. I don't know if I will. I haven't decided yet, but to be fair, that's mental. Could open up a new fan base as well. Yeah, I'm just looking at the table. Hearts on 80 points, Celtic on 79, and they play last day of the season. Iheanacho, City legend. Leicester City legend maybe, but barely played for you. I support Arsenal, by the way. Oh, you support Arsenal? Okay, no, that's fine. Honestly, no, I've had Liverpool fans on my stream or on my chat. I've got obviously City fan tonight. Look, as long as we all love football, we can all get on, eh? We are up to 310 subscribers. I did say that I wanted to get to 310 by the end of the stream. Just want to say, guys, thank you so much for the support. It's been amazing. Like, really, really amazing. 310, baby. Honestly, I'll get to 500 like that at this rate. Genuinely. I mean, it's incredible how... Because there was a time where I was stuck on like 230, 235 for like ages. Like, genuinely ages. I mean, the watch-alongs have helped massively. Yeah, and whether you guys have been on any of my streams, even if you've joined for like 2 minutes at all, like, honestly, the support is amazing, so thank you, guys. Yeah, you support Arsenal, just got away where I'm from, where I'm born and followed. Yeah, completely valid, mate, absolutely. Why is this bloody stream? I mean, it doesn't need to work, does it? The game's already done, but... Yeah, City 3-0 win. Their goal difference is now better than Arsenal's. But the problem is, their points aren't as good. So, yeah, not ideal. But yeah, very comfortable for City tonight. To be fair, I do think Palace had some decent chances. Well, I say that. Did they have any chance? Well, to be fair, City only had one shot on target. They definitely took the handbrake off City in the second half. But yeah, Palace didn't have a big chance. That's the problem. Palace got forward quite a lot, to be fair, in the second half. They just didn't do anything. Their end product was shocking tonight. Like, genuinely shocking. Barcelona have already won the league, but they're losing to bloody Deportivo Alaves. Barcelona could still get to 100 points as well. They've got to win their last 3 games. Yeah, have PSG won the league? Is it confirmed? PSG have won their 5th consecutive League One title, and I've got a feeling that's not going to be the only trophy they win. Inter Milan have won the Coppa Italia final. Yeah, Christian Chivu obviously replaced, Simone Inzaghi. And he's won the double in his first season, and it's Inter Milan's 10th Coppa Italia. Love the watch along, mate. You've got new support now. Probable tuning for most of the watch alongs. Really appreciate it, mate. Thank you so much. Yeah, I mean, sorry to say it, guys. No watch along tomorrow. I know, I'm going to miss it. I can't believe it. It's genuinely been... I've been doing watch alongs for like the last 12 days in a row. I did... Why not go through them? I did the Championship playoff final day on the 2nd of May. On the 3rd, I did Man United Liverpool. 4th, Everton City. 5th, I did Arsenal Atletico. 6th, I did Bayern PSG. On the 7th, I did Villa Forest. On the 8th, I did Hull against Millwall. Wish I bloody didn't. It was 0-0, but yeah. 9th of May, I did... That was Saturday, wasn't it? Yeah, Liverpool Chelsea. 10th, I did West Ham Arsenal. On Monday, which was the 11th, did Tottenham Leeds. Yesterday, did Southampton Middlesbrough. And tonight, Man City Palace. That's how many days in a row is that? Is that 12? 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th. Yeah, 12 days in a row I've been doing watch-alongs for. And yeah, night off tomorrow. Well, I had Saturday and Sunday night off, but obviously I did watch-alongs earlier in the day. But yeah, no watch-along tomorrow, guys. But don't you worry, I will be back on Friday for Aston Villa against Liverpool. A game which is, I must say, that game is pretty big for the Champions League race. It's not confirmed yet for either team. I tell you, Bournemouth are only 4 points off Villa. If Villa lose, Bournemouth have got City though. That's the problem. Yeah, we'll see. But again, I mean, to be fair, I'm actually hoping for a draw in that game, because if Villa-Liverpool's a draw, Man United are confirmed for third in the Premier League. And again, we've already got Champions League. I don't really care where we finish, whether it's third, fourth and fifth. It's mostly just for bragging rights. And the fact that if we finish above Liverpool, considering the fact Liverpool last season won the league, finished on 84 points. We finished 15th, finished on 42. They got twice the amount of points we did, which is embarrassing. But yeah, the fact they spent 450 million and we could be finishing above them, it just shows how far we've come from last season. And it shows you how close Amrin was to destroying my club. Like, honestly, 14 months wasted. What a waste of time. Shows how tin pot that Conference League is, that they're in the final. Palace are a good side, though. Mate, City are good. Like, I don't think Palace were even that bad. I just think City were they're just a better team, aren't they? Yeah, I think for Palace, to be fair, they beat Fiorentina. Fiorentina are a good side. They beat Shakhtar. They have beat AZ Alkmaar. Again, there's not going to be like amazing teams in the Conference League, but the teams that they have faced that are pretty decent, they've managed to beat. I'm very interested to see how they do in the Europa League next season if they get there, though. Obviously, they have to win the Conference League first. Are Rayo Vallecano any good? Have I ever watched a Rayo Vallecano game? Maybe when they've played Barcelona and Madrid like one time before, but where are Rayo Vallecano in the league? Are they any good? Vallecano are 11th. They're mid-table. Wow. Who have they beaten in the Conference League? To be fair, they beat Strasbourg, Gary O'Neill Strasbourg, beat AEK Athens, Samsun Spor. I mean, Palace have had a harder run, to be fair, than Vallecano, but yeah, I do really hope Palace win it. I'll be doing a watch along for all the European finals and the Championship playoff final coming up. Yeah, so the plan is, I've already gone. Well, have I gone through it? Not all of it, but. So no watch along tomorrow. Sorry, guys, I know. Bloody hell. Friday, Villa-Liverpool. Saturday, FA Cup final. Sunday, doubleheader, Man United, Forest, Newcastle, West Ham. Monday, Arsenal, Burnley. Tuesday, going to be doing both Bournemouth, Man City and Chelsea, Tottenham. Next Wednesday, Europa League final, Freiburg, Aston Villa. 23rd is the playoff final, Championship playoff final, Hull, Southampton. 24th, I can't wait for this one, the Premier League final day, that's going to be great. 27th, we've got the Conference League final, and then 30th Champions League final, and then after that, we'll start to do World Cup watch-alongs. Well, I think England have got 2 friendlies before the World Cup. I'll do watch-alongs for them as well. But yeah, loads of watch-alongs planned, guys. But for now, I think that's where I'm going to end it, guys. I think that's where I'm going to end the stream now, guys. I honestly really appreciate each and every single one of you support. Obviously got some new fans tonight as well, which is brilliant. Man City 3, Crystal Palace 0. A very comfortable win for Pep Guardiola's side. They've closed the gap to 2 points. 2 points off Arsenal with 2 games to go, and City have got a better goal difference, which could prove to be vital come the final day of the season. But yeah, very comfortable win. Man City 3, Crystal Palace 0. That is where I'm going to end the stream, guys. Just want to say a massive thank you to any single one of you who have either been here since the start or have been here at any point. I really do appreciate every single one of you. Don't forget, guys, to like the stream, subscribe to the channel, and turn notifications on so that you never miss a future upload or a future stream. Posted a video earlier, my Man United starting 11 for the 26-27 season, so go and check that out if you haven't already. And yeah, I think that is everything. No watch along tomorrow, but we'll be back on Friday, 7:45 as usual, on the Frank Thinks YouTube channel for Aston Villa versus Liverpool in the Premier League. Thank you guys for being here, and I'll see you in a bit. Cheers, guys. That was such a zesty thumbs up. But yeah, anyway, yeah, thank you guys, and I'll see you in a bit.